All right, let's see if you guys can pop back over. So sorry. Bummed. Bueller. Bueller. All right, yes, I am back. So sorry about that. I don't know what some sort of notification came in on my phone, and it it was going to keep ringing. I have it persistent ring, so or at least it was still getting notification. So sorry. Hopefully, I was able to turn it off. I do apologize for that. All right, so let's see. Who do we have now? Kevin. Swig and Smoke is here. Kevin! There you go. All right. Jeff, yes, we are back. Steven, thank you so very much. If any of you guys are still in the other chat and I can try and notify folks, hey, I started a new. Oh man, it was crap. I'm really bummed that it didn't. I mean, I'm really bummed that I had the title all set up and everything like that. So darn it, darn it, darn it. All right, let's see if I can go back and edit this one I'm currently on. So let's try and edit it right now, real quick. I want to pay for convenience. Part 2. All right. Perfect. Okay. Sorry, technical difficulties. I feel like every I do have one do not disturb for whatever reason. It was something persistent. I think it was because I had a missed call. Someone called me. Um, I did miss your good comments. B, please reply again. Yes. Alton, what's up? Hey, yo! I don't want to yell because it's after 9 o'clock here and everybody's upstairs. Hey, if you haven't, please hit the thumbs up. I would greatly appreciate it. There were like 20 some odd folks in the on the first live stream, and then my phone started acting up and it kicked everybody out. I'm so sorry, guys. All right, so yes, is that a dang peanut butter whiskey? It really is, and it doesn't have a whole bunch of like. It's not off-putting peanut buttery. It really tastes like a white chocolate Reese peanut butter cup, and like with a little liquor taste. It's not bad. I could definitely and am definitely drinking this. John, how you doing this evening, John? Hit me up, man, because you said you had some questions about salmon. I tried to send you a text message, but I realized the number I have for you is your home phone number. So if you have my number still, text me a number and we can talk and we can figure out a time when we can talk, and then I can answer any questions you have. Dez, how are you doing this evening? Robert Young, what's up with you? Terry, welcome back to you too. Russ, howdy. Mm-hmm. Out of order. Jeff, yes. Moonshine, and those of you guys who commented Moonshine, I saw a couple Moonshine comments right before it cut out. Yes, Moonshine is my drink of choice. All right, First Love Smoker says he has a question for the second hour. Perfect. It's a glitch, a bug in the system. I know, it really is. I had the best comment ever, but who said he had the best comment ever, but he forgot. Darn. Yes, Kevin, glad to see you too. So tonight we are going to talk about when to pay for convenience and when not to. So when I mean when to pay for convenience, the examples that I can talk to right off the top of my head, there are three. Okay, the first one is salmon fillets. Okay, usually I pay for salmon fillet as opposed to getting a whole salmon. The second is boneless, skinless chicken breast and thighs. I will pay the extra dollar and have the bones and the skin removed from the chicken thighs. And actually, most of the time, the chicken breasts are already boneless and skinless. Yeah. And the other time that I can think of off the top of my head where I will pay for the convenience of not having the bone is going to be, there's another one, a boneless legs of lamb. Take the bone out. No need to pay for that bone. The fourth one actually. So I did think of the boneless leg of lamb. And the fourth one is a boneless pork shoulder. Okay, I have found zero value add in having the bone in the pork shoulder, just so you can pull out the clean bone. Typically, or more often than not, I found that the pork shoulder will not only it'll cost a little less, but it'll take more time to cook it if you have the bone in. Nah, it's not worth my time. All right, Adam. He said popped. He says he popped on to say, "Hey, well, hello to you too, sir. Have a great evening. Enjoy what it is your Wednesday gathering, and thank you, sir, in advance for watching later. And I appreciate it. Let's see, man. I don't know what happened in OKC with the Thunder and Jazz game, but something is going on down for real. Yeah, I saw you talking about that Alton. Talking about it's a conspiracy. I didn't break the YouTube, thank goodness. Yeah, need to sell that with a shot of Smuckers. Aha, that'd be good, man. Peanut butter and a jelly shot. Hmm. What if you made a Jello shot with whiskey, with the peanut butter whiskey? That might be kind of good. No problem, John. No problem. You know, we have to look out for each other. Is Ricer here? I didn't see Ricer in here. Okay, all right. He's just saying hi to everybody. All right, no problem, Adam. Thank you very much. I do have a Facebook page. I am not active on my Facebook page. I use my Facebook more for personal as opposed to for my barbecue related stuff and or YouTube related things. If you need to get in touch with me or if you want to hit me up about something, Instagram is the way to go. All right. And again, no problem. Fred, hey yo, how you doing this evening? Jamar says, new to my channel, love the content. Well, thank you very much. Hold on, you know what? High five. Well, fist bump. I was going to say high five. All right, Anderson. Mr. Anderson, you really didn't miss anything. Oh, Ricer is here. Jesse James, how's it going? It is going. It is going. It is going. Listen, Alan says, pay for convenience when it's cheap food. Don't pay for convenience when it involves your personal safety. Save money getting a car without cruise control. You're going to need that seatbelt. Alton, you know what, man? I haven't had a vehicle without cruise control in quite some time. Vanna does not have cruise control. And not that I am hating life or anything like that, but I find that I don't use cruise control more often than I do. One of the reasons being is I find that when I use cruise control, I tend to fall asleep a little faster or a little more easily. With the exception of my wife's van, it has the adaptive cruise control, and yo, it is sweet. I can get on the highway. Sorry, pardon Alexa. I can get on the highway a mile and a half from my house and not have to touch the throttle or the brake and go to Philly until I'm ready to get off the highway again. It's pretty daggone nice. It's pretty daggone nice. But I say all of that to say, as far as paying for convenience versus not paying for convenience, there are times when your hand is forced. One of the things that I will pay for convenience is the chicken, but especially the chicken thighs. Okay, now I use boneless, skinless thighs. You guys have heard me preach about using boneless, skinless thighs and the ability to just cut everything up and not have to deal with pulling bones. The reason being is because it saves me so much time. I will pay, in essence, it's twice as much, but I will pay twice as much on the front end to save me a half an hour or so on the tail end, not only in cook time, but in prep time. I cut my finger earlier. Does anybody care? In prep time, so you can get your food done. Same thing with pork shoulder. Don't see the value add in having that bone in the pork shoulder. Typically, it slows your cook down, and then all you do is throw that bone away anyway. Just spoke with Victor, and he'll be watching tomorrow just in case. Well, thank you very much, Mr. Hockett. I appreciate that. How's your catering going with the coronavirus scare? A lot of catering buddies have had events canceled. Your thoughts on the future of catering? Well, Bill, it might be one of your first live streams. So what I try to do is the first hour I try to stay on topic and we talk about the topic at hand. And then on the second hour we can talk about any and everything. But seeing as how this is important, this is pressing, I have not had any cancellations as of yet, and I have been steadily being booked or getting booked. I have 3 outdoor events already scheduled for, no, 2. One canceled because of the date. That there was a date conflict. I was already booked that day. So I have 2 currently on the books. I'm still working out, doing the whole negotiation stage. But 2 of them are on the books. I worked with this one young lady already before. Actually, I take that back. It is 3. I had 4, and one I couldn't do it because of the fact of the date conflict. So I have 3 outdoor events right now scheduled, and I haven't taken any deposits for them. We are a few months out from those events. I have a catering event I have 2 events for this Sunday. And these are small events. These are not 500, 5,000 person events or anything like that. These are like smaller dinner parties. So those right now are still on and happening. So I have 2 for Sunday this week, and next week I have 1, and then the following week I have 1. So as of right now, things are still happening. The smaller events are still happening. The bigger events, the outdoor events, as of now, I haven't had any cancellations. Yeah. All right, we got Ricer in the house. Grape Jello shot with peanut butter whiskey. Yeah, buddy. Jeff, I like it. Noob, it was my ugly mug that did it, huh? Ricer said he had church tonight. Did you see the Puerto Rico going to start carrying briskets? No, I did. I have not. I have not been as active on Instagram as of late, John. I have just been busy, man. I've been doing other things, unfortunately, and I haven't been keeping up with Puerto New York. But I would love. I'm going to have to check it out. Definitely. Should start a WhatsApp or a line barbecue group. Nope, 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 nope. I'm already a part of way too many messenger chats on Facebook. Yeah, not my thing. Sometimes I kind of just want to be left alone. Kirby Q says, "What's up? How you doing this evening, sir?" My food tasting number 2. Checking out the snot. All right, well, Fred. And your taste tester number 2, Fred's taste tester number 2. I say, what's up? Would you pay extra for pre-peeled crabs or crawfish at a restaurant? I think, you know what, Kevin? I pre-peeled crabs and or crawfish, I'm gonna probably say no, because part of the social experience of eating crawfish and crabs is picking and digging in. I mean, now that picking the crabs and digging into the crawfish, that turns some people off, and I understand and I get it. When I'm at home and my wife, my kids and I, we will do this once, maybe twice a summer, where if I'm out and about and I'm doing something, or if it's a nice rainy day, if you get what I mean, like it's just raining and it's not too hot and it's not too windy or it's not too anything, we can sit out on the porch out in the front of the house, and the whole thing is the rain will keep the bugs down, but we'll sit out on the porch, drink a bunch of beer, and have half a bushel of crabs, and just we will throw down, and that's just once or twice a summer. The 5 of us do that, and those are the times when it's just like it's a good old time where we're just the box of crabs is sitting by my left leg and I'm just chucking crabs onto the table. The box of beer or the cooler is sitting by my right leg. And like one time last year or 2 years ago, my wife said, "Oh, I'm gonna try to keep up with you." She had 6 beers to my 12 while we were sitting out eating, and she had a hard time climbing up the steps. Let me just tell you. So those are some of the awesome memories, and it's the social aspect. Picking crabs, definitely the social aspect. Now, yeah, Let's see. Alan says, so Dash is your drink of choice, Mad Dog. Mogan David 2020? No, sir. I sold a lot of it back in the day when I worked at a beer and wine store, but no. My go-to was moonshine, sir. You know that. Lou Calamatis is here. Welcome, sir. Lou said he was dealing in Walmart earlier, dealing with the fervor. Kent, ayo, how you doing this evening? On my phone, so no ads. All right, Ricer, yes. Been there, done that. Love the adaptive cruise control. My wife has it, and I enjoy driving her vehicle. Yes, indeed, I do too. Golly, why is everybody walking in front of my house tonight? Lou! Hey, yo, how you doing this evening? All right, we got Ricer thighs are the best, and they don't dry out. Exactly. Exactly. All right, let's try to catch up with the comments. Steven, you are still the realest MVP, definitely. I think there's a taste difference when doing bone-in butts. I'd venture to say that if it's done properly, it's not gonna matter. Maybe that's favorite drink is champagne. Nope. Nope. Hope everyone is doing great. Yes, sir, Mr. Jeff. We sure are. Oh no, yes, sorry, going off topic. No problem, Bill. It's cool. Using Amazon to get your charcoal and wood. Nah, man. No, I have never actually gotten a delivery through Amazon for charcoal nor wood. I did order some charcoal. There was an ad on Facebook a while ago for some natural briquettes or something like that. And I ordered it and was thoroughly disappointed. And I even said, so some of you guys who have seen the video way back in the day where I talked about this natural lump charcoal stuff, and it was garbage. Like, I don't want to say it was garbage. For what I needed it for, it didn't work well, to the point where the person at the company, whoever the rep was, he reached out and sent me a free bag of charcoal, and it wasn't worth it. Hey, Jim, how you doing this evening? D Young says shrimp, and it's just shrimp without head, leg, shell, and devein. He said he's paying. Nah, man, I did some shrimp last night, and the only stipulation I have with shrimp is that they are easy peel shrimp. More often than not, 9 times out of 10, the shrimp that I'm going to be getting are headless, and then probably 7 or 8 times out of 10, I'm going to be getting the easy peel shrimp. That's yeah. I remember the days when everyone used to be worried about getting HIV. Now it's all about that corona. Well, some of us are old enough to remember that, and some of us are not. Time out. If you haven't already, since I just threw shade at Alton, if you haven't already gotten your stickers, hit up the Dog Father and get your own. My other I have a couple of them. I'm going to be placing them strategically around my house and such. I have some water containers, and one of them made it to my water container. Actually, it's coffee in it, but that's sitting on my desk at work. I only have a craving for Corona now. I need to pick some up tomorrow. Gotta call the wife real quick, but going to keep you on the screen. That's what's up. Just mute me, or am I muted? All right. That's what's up, Lep. He says he's sipping on on a Corona. I thought his SARS. Racist said he thought he had SARS when everyone talked about it. Alan is dead true. Alan says if you look up any symptoms online, it'll have you dying next week. Sure enough. Francis, spend money to save time if it increases profit without sacrificing quality. Totally agree. My whole thing is every now and again I have to stop and ask myself, what is my time worth? If me paying $5 or $10 extra can save me a half an hour to 45 minutes, I'm no question, I will spend that money every single time. Now, tomorrow's video is an example of when I decided to not pay for convenience and I did a little bit of the work myself. So you guys will have to watch that video tomorrow, and hopefully you guys find it helpful, insightful. Some of you guys are probably gonna be like, man, I'm not touching that with a 10-foot pole. Other of you guys are probably gonna be like, I learned something today. Or at least that was my intention. Glad I don't manage a pharmacy anymore with this going on. Jeez. Well, Rich, shoot. Speaking of which, I was in line today. I got my medicine today. It all renews automatically, and it just so happened that it renewed. And I said, oh, you know what? Let me go in and get it before I can't. Oh man, I've been sick for the past week. I probably checked the corona. He said, "Oh, Jim said he's been sick for the past week. He probably checked the coronavirus symptoms list a dozen times." He said, "Just checking." While you're picking, is it time to socialize and cut up and have fun eating? Gonna be, yep, eating gonna be in the shells. You're absolutely correct, Jeff. Yes, Lep knows that I love my moonshine. Yeah, no mad dog here. I'm trying to catch up. I'm a couple minutes behind in the comments, so Walmart's nuts. I just got water delivery and watched the stack go in about 5 minutes. Jeez. Yeah, case of just not rationing the boys now. Man, I checked my market. So I'm gonna say it's funny. It's not funny, but the market that I went to the market this afternoon or this evening. I went in there and I just wanted to look at the toilet paper aisle, and there was plenty of toilet paper there. I honestly just bought a huge, big old thing of toilet paper not even a week ago, so I'm good for right now. It's like 28 or 30 rolls, so we should be good for a while. But Ricer, I agree. My boys, they spend a lot of time in the bathroom too. So much from Amazon is fake or fake. Well, and Mr. Anderson, I don't know, man. I think it all depends on what you order, what you get. Ha ha! Alton says you can always use Dallas Cowboys t-shirts from Walmart if they run out of booty paper. I agree. That and New England Patriots t-shirts. Those are my top two. Do you charge extra for slicing at an event? I've gotten to the point where I do it for free from my old customers. But what do you say for your new customers that want this request? So Kevin, here's the thing. I don't get many requests for slicing, standing and slicing. And if I do, then they're paying me an hourly rate. And I'll do whatever is necessary during that hourly rate. If you want me to stand there and serve, but you have to remember, Kevin, in my area, everything is almost always done like a buffet style where the meat is already sliced. I don't typically slice anything on site. I don't take a cutting board and, knives and nope. Everything is already done. Only thing I will do on site for the most part is cook on site. And that's typically just hot dogs and hamburgers because people want to have those fresh off the grill. Aside from that, I'm not. Nope. Nope. I kill you. Hey, Mr. Richard, how you doing this evening, sir? All right. Beast is always great to learn something new. Okay, here's a question. You go to the elevator and the doors open right when the dude is in there that lets out a big old sneeze right across your chest. What do you do? Oh, man, I probably would run and be like that teenager, that kid that was being sprayed by his dad as he was trying to get in his car after school. The dude was spraying some old disinfectant on him. But honestly enough, Alton, I probably would roll right to the bath. I'd hold my breath, go right into the bathroom, wash my face, my hands, and I probably reach out to whomever has coronavirus testing or tests and go from there. Eric, what's going on, sir? Please hit that thumbs up button. 42 people watching. Holy cow, I didn't even pay attention, Mr. Hockett. Thank you very much. And only 21 thumbs up. Please and thank you in advance for hitting that thumbs up button. Not only does it make me feel better, it really does help these live streams and my channel. So if you could please take a moment and do that, I would appreciate it. Do the prices of chicken, beef, pork fluctuate during the year like summer versus winter? Not really. It might go up 10 to 15 cents here and there, or because most of the time it's going up, it's not going down. It'll kind of like go up a little bit and then it might go on sale, and then it'll go up a little bit and go up a little bit, then it might go on sale, and then it might go up a little bit and up a little bit, then it might go on sale. So it doesn't really come back down. Beef prices went up not so long ago, and they have never gone back down. They're still where they are, high. Out with the breaking news, the NBA is suspending the season. Good thing there's a couple more months until football. But around the Norwegians must be freaking out because we have 2 short toilet paper mills right down the road. How can we run out of toilet paper? NCAA games will be, yep, I saw that they're going to be played without fans. Olympics will be next, but they have a little time. You're absolutely correct. Right, sir? Absolutely correct. I am dreading that notification that the Olympics will be, will happen, because that's worlds traveling all together to be in one place, and then it's going to, everyone's going to descend on one place, and then they're going to leave from that same place. That can't be good. NBA should play, but have no one in the stands. Televise it, keep that money rolling. You're probably right. But the whole thing is the travel on the teams or with the teams. So it's probably not the best thing. Eric, what's going on with you? Eric Britton, hold on. That's like 3 Erics I think I've counted so far. Maybe 4. All the Erics check in. Whoa. Alan says Rudy Gobert of the Jazz is now tested positive for the coronavirus. The players are quarantined and the NBA season is over. Wow. Oh, Jim says he has tickets to go to Germany on 4/21. He said he doesn't think he's going. Jim, where in Germany are you going? I've been to Germany. I went to visit my mom at the nursing home today because I think they're going to not allow visitors soon. You're absolutely right, Ricer. They are not going to allow visitors, and in an attempt to try and stop people from bringing germs into the older folks that are more affected. Big Romy Rome in the house. What's up with you, man? How much is beef in your state and where you're from? Eric, it depends on the cut. And I don't know off the top of my head. It's one of those things where I go in, I look at it, and I'm like, oh, all right, it's a decent price, or it's way too expensive. But typically I buy it, whatever the price is. Pat Conti says, hey! Well, all that's going on is just slowing down my business. So, damn right, barbecue, not really. Someone asked about that a little earlier. It's not really slowing down my business, but then again, I've been doing more smaller events, and my busier season or my outdoor season is getting ready to start picking up, where people contract me to do outdoor events for them to come and cook on site, to host events in parks and things like that. So at this point, I'm still being booked for events that are happening in June and July. Yeah, yeah, pretty much. I'm still getting booked, or at least I'm still having inquiries. I haven't gotten any deposits, and as soon as I start taking deposits, I'm gonna have to sock that money away, because if I have to return folks' deposits, then I'm gonna have to return deposits. Jimmy from Cover Stuff says wanted to stop by and say hello, and he said he's at work. Well, Jimmy, thank you, sir. Definitely appreciate you popping in and saying what's up. If you could, before you head out, hit that thumbs up button. I would greatly appreciate it. Ricer says, I really think it's overblown also, but the way people travel now, it's a precaution. The good news is it isn't really affecting kids. Not yet. The very young and the very old are the ones that are most affected because their immune systems are either not as developed or they are compromised. So it seems like at this point, we all have to take precautions. If I were you, I'd take precaution. All right. Uh, Business is fine. Terry says his business is seasonal. Okay. So yeah, damn right, barbecue. So what happens on the live streams? If this is your first or one of your first live streams, I try to stay on topic the first hour of the live stream, and then the second hour we can kind of talk about whatever. So the first hour, or what I really want to talk about tonight, is when should you pay for convenience and when not to. I had a situation last week where I decided to not pay for the convenience of having something done myself. I brought it home and I was able to get the thing done, and that thing will actually be in tomorrow's video. So if you haven't, please set your whatever you need to set. 7 a.m. tomorrow, 7 a.m. Eastern tomorrow, the video will go live, and it is me doing a thing to a thing that I normally buy that's already done. I know it's rather vague, but it's kind of vague on purpose. I really want to build up the hype on this one. This one, it wasn't the easiest thing to do, but it's not the hardest thing in the world to do. It's kind of like one of those DIY things at home. Like, I do things around my vehicle, I do things around my house, and it's kind of like, if I have to do it, I will. Like Alton or Mr. Anderson was talking about painting. Ugh, I despise painting. I will pay somebody to paint every time. Every time. That's just one of those things that I just don't like to do. But there are certain things and other things that you might pay for the convenience of. I gave an example of paying for the convenience of not having to uh, take off the skin and the bone from chicken thighs. Just I'll pay the extra, and it's 99 cents if I get bone on, bone in thighs. It's $1.98 if I buy boneless, skinless thighs. I will pay that extra dollar per pound every single time. That boneless, skinless thigh saves me so much time on the tail end. James Moore says, sorry, this corona's COVID-19 is seriously, how can it be fake? And you see people all over the world being affected. It's just like some of these movies, things start out small and then they come out to be big. You're absolutely right. Hour 2 was a free-for-all, noob says. You're absolutely correct. Jim, see, this is why you and I are friends. He says, I don't pay for automotive repair unless I don't have the tools. And he says, I have lots of tools. I feel the same exact way, Jim. Usually whenever I have a problem that I have never encountered, I don't use it as an opportunity to pay someone. I use it as an opportunity to buy new tools. I think you and I are a lot alike. I don't pay for. Oh, wait, I'm married. Ah. You guys can read that one. I'm there with you, Jim. Yes. Oh man, dude, that is hilarious. Yes, exactly, Jim. Buy the tools with what you said. You're absolutely correct. Eric, I agree. I buy more tools. You guys have seen, I love and hate talking about this. You guys have seen my pretty extensive DeWalt tool collection. Last summer I had a lot of tools stolen, and I did actually, right before Christmas, replace a lot of those tools, and lifesaver. Lifesaver, lifesaver, lifesaver. Meegs, howdy to you, sir. If you don't have the right tool, I buy it. Yes, indeed, Terry. Totally agree. All right. So look, it seems like, so what else would you pay for the convenience of not having to do it yourself for? And then what is the thing that you will never pay for? What is the thing that you will never pay for, and what is the thing that you will always pay for? So someone said earlier that they would always pay for head off, leg off, basically peeled shrimp. And, I don't mind peeling shrimp, but the shrimp has to be deveined. Easy peel shrimp. I do not drink Hennessy. Actually, I'm not a real big brown liquor guy. So this isn't Hennessy. This is whiskey, and this is probably the first time I've bought a brown liquor in quite some time. I have been gifted brown liquor. Actually, I take that back because Crown Royal, I do like Crown Royal, but that's the only brown liquor that I like. Grand Marnier I can get down with, but I don't have that very often. I'm not a real big whiskey, bourbon, Scotch drinker, with the exception of Crown. Look, noobs, you know what? I do the same. I have enough, and like I have collared shirts, right? My collared shirts that I wear to work every now and again, because more often than not, I'm going to be wearing one of my barbecue shirts. I have enough barbecue shirts that'll last me a week, and I usually wash a load of my barbecue shirts and pants over the weekend at some point. But my collared shirts, so long sleeve, short sleeve collared shirts, I have enough of those collared shirts, and I wear them so infrequently that I usually only have to go to the dry cleaners once every 2 months. Once every 2 months, okay? So I take my dry cleaning into the cleaners, and it'll be like a $50 bill, but I pay for that. I will pay for that for my collared shirts. Now my t-shirts, man, I'm just gonna run them through the wash machine at home. Not a big deal. Um, Noob says more and more. Handyman says he's divorced. He'd pay for anything, if you know what I'm saying. Oh, he says he pays for nothing. I would never pay for trim brisket after buying a truckload of unsplit wood. I always pay for split wood. I agree there, but you know what? To an extent, because usually you can get your wood for free if you have to split it yourself, and the investment in a log splitter, if you get a good one, or if you can find a good used one, a good gas one, you might be fine. But I actually have a little bit of a advantage than some of you guys. The guy that does my wood, my arborist, you guys have met Bob. You've seen Bob in my videos. Every now and again, he will let me borrow his log splitter. So if I get a load of wood, like rounds, logs that I have to split up, I can just say, hey Bob, I need to borrow the log splitter for, a couple hours, and he will even bring the log splitter to me. But if he doesn't bring it to me, I just go down to his shop. It's a couple blocks away from my house, and I will, hitch the log splitter up to my car and bring it home, do what I need to do, take it back and set it, and that's it. So, yeah, I have it a little lucky. Oh, well, Jack, no problem. I will try, but, it just says Mr. Hockett, so I call you Mr. Hockett. Nothing personal, it's all right. I just, I give respect where respect is due. Plus, your username says Mr. Hockett, so I call you Mr. Hockett. His mama called him Cassius Clay. I'm gonna call him Cassius Clay. Never buy for pre-marinated meat. Oh, I agree, Kevin. I like that one. Everybody saying hi to Ricer and hi to Jack. I never paid for dry cleaning. Meigs, it's something, yeah. It says, I paid $50 for a truckload of split wood. I feel like I can't beat that. Now, that you're correct. I don't get a truckload of wood. I get a cord, and that cord cost me almost $200, and it is split. But, it gets dumped out, and I got to stack it myself, and usually I feel like it's a decent workout. I do actually need to get some more wood. I am running low. Let's see. One thing I say, for specific paper, the convenience is lawn care. I agree there. I have a third of an acre, and I had a push behind mower, and then I said screw this, and I bought a riding mower, and I used the riding mower for 3 years maybe, and then the riding mower I had, apparently it was a crap design by whoever it was, and the mower overheated and the block cracked. And because the block cracked, obviously there was no compression, oil leaked out, and then I got a lawn service. The guy that cut my lawn, man, it saved me 2 hours of my life having to use the walk behind or walk behind mower. And I mean, it cost me $75 every other week, but I was willing to pay that, and I'm still willing to pay it. I actually have a new guy that cuts my grass, because my old guy, he moved to South Carolina, so I had to find somebody new. Luckily enough, ear hustling, I found out that one of my coworkers does lawn care on the side. He comes up to my house early on Sunday mornings, cuts my grass. Man, I will pay him in cash every single time, and it gets done because I'm not about it. I'm just not. I don't. It's just I could be doing so many other productive things. Let's see. All right. Lou says he'll never pay for preseason meat. Yep. Ricer says he's staying home. I'll keep you honest. Well, thank you, Jack. I appreciate that. Meeg says he does lawn care. Well, come on up to my house, man. I'll feed you. Smoking goodness. He said, "What's up, everyone? How you doing this evening? Never paid for a short time in the dark alley." You guys are hilarious. There's not much I'll pay for. I'm a do-it-yourselfer. Some car non-maintenance stuff I'll pay for, but only if it's a big or risky job. You know what, Eric, man? I mean, there are certain things that I'll do and certain things I won't do. Now, when it comes to doing different things, one, it really is contingent upon if I have the money or not. When I got Vanna, I paid to have certain things done that I could have done myself. But the thing was, I was trying to get Vanna inspected and the inspection to pass. So I paid the guy who did the inspection in order to get those things passed. Could I have done the work? Probably yes. Did I want to do the work? No. It was February when I bought the van. So I've had Vanna almost 2 years now. So it was February when I bought the van. It was cold. I didn't know what I was doing. And I could just only imagine how frustrating and how much longer it was going to take because I didn't know what I was going to be doing. So I just paid the money and had the work done. Now, I don't care what needs to be done, and I do care because there's some things that need to be done on the van now that I'm like, I'm dreading doing them. I'm dreading doing them. Yeah, man, I'm good. I'm good. Terry says, I have a truck and a chainsaw. I don't pay for wood. Well, awesome. I can't get nothing for it except peace of mind. Hey. Backwood dogwood in Florida. $200 for a pallet. Oak cherry applewood. A pallet? No, sir. I'm not paying for a pallet of wood. No, not. I need a cord. Doug, how you doing this evening? Quester J, what's going on, sir? Let's see. Jack, Mr. Hockett says, "Hey, Quester J, what's up, brother? I pay someone to come and extend my deck to fit more smokers." Noob, I agree. That's what's up, man. I'd be willing to pay somebody to do something like that too. Am I the only one that feels weird when I order guacamole at a Mexican restaurant and it's only tableside? Like I don't care, just bring it. Bring it put. I guess because they make it right there for you sometimes, Kevin. But then again, like guacamole is one of those things where you make it and like you have to use it right away. Other than that, it oxidizes. I own my house for 10 years. I've never once had a pizza delivery visit the house. Well, that's what's up, comrade. Usually, see, here's one thing too. As far as like deliveries, I don't do the whole delivery thing. I will go and get my food if I'm ordering food. I'll go and get it. Never paid for the convenience of delivering it. I just, yeah. Well, Questa J, no worries. Rome says, love some oak and hickory. Yeah, you can have the hickory. I'm good. Hickory's not that bad. It's not that bad. I prefer oak. Kevin! uh, Me says beer equals delivery sometimes. You know what? I can understand that because there are times when you have had too many and you know you need not go out and drive. I mean, I get it. I'm going to go get some more ice. Doug, I prefer to smoke with oak because that is what's most prevalent in my area. And that's what my arborist gives me most of. So oak is what I am most familiar with. Kevin says coronavirus messing up the barbecue game. I haven't been. I'm just leaving it at that. I live out in the country and can't get anyone to come out to do anything, so it's just me and the wife. Well, yeah, your wife, and a lot of YouTube videos and how to, right? Let's see. I will be hot seat tomorrow cooking with CJ. Well, that's what's up, Big Rome. I did see that. The problem is on Thursday nights, I don't get home until late from work. I try to go to the gym, and I do not always catch the live streams with CJ. There have been times, or there are times when I kind of just listen in. I'm not, like, usually I'm driving, so I don't actually get to comment, but I do try and listen in. And I will try to listen in for you tomorrow since it feels like you're asking me to watch. I got you. Uber Eats bring alcohol and food here. What else? That's what's up. Lucky you. I don't know if Uber Eats will. I just always go out and get my liquor or food. My wife has done DoorDash a few times. But it'll be it. She does DoorDash when I'm not home. Go figure. Because Daddy can go get the food. No, Daddy's not getting the food. Yeah, that's crazy. Because ain't no way I'm paying $200 for a pallet. No, sir. That's like half a cord. Yeah. No problem, Rome. I got you. Palm trees. Ain't no. Sometimes you just can't leave the house with an infant. Oh man, dude, take the infant with you. Talking about you can't leave the house. My kids went with me everywhere. Everywhere they went with me. I remember taking my daughter on deliveries of food with me at times. Man, there's no excuse. Where there's a will, there's a way. And especially if you're going to get liquor. Now, how responsible is it that you are getting a liquor when you're supposed to be taking care of your infant child? Just saying. Just saying. John, how's your smoker coming along, man? I haven't seen any updates or pictures of it recently. How is that coming along? I would love to know. All right, so 36 of you guys here on the live stream currently. 32 of you guys have given me thumbs up. If you haven't already, please give me a thumbs up. I would greatly appreciate it. Thanks, Kevin. Appreciate that. Keep the smoke rolling. More Instagram posts, please. Yes, I know. The problem, Kevin, so here's the problem with me posting on Instagram. I post on Instagram because I used to sell food via Instagram. As soon as I post on Instagram, people start questioning me whether I have any food for sale. I don't sell food via Instagram anymore, but any and every time I post something to Instagram, I get those people that are like, yo, what you got today? Nothing. You didn't pre-order anything, so I don't have anything. I had someone hit me up today. This guy I used to work with. No, I'm like, hey man, he's like, hey man, you still selling and delivering food? Yes, I am. I take pre-orders. I'm cooking to order now. That's what cooking to order means. He's like, oh, I was trying to see if you had anything today. I just told you in the last message, before you typed out this message, that I'm cooking to order. No, I don't have anything available for you today when it takes 12 plus hours to do a brisket. It doesn't take that long, but still, he doesn't need to do that. Yep, free for all hour. Is there a seasoning that you would recommend for a pork tenderloin? Is it Shoni or Shone? Well, I guess it's Sean, probably. All right, Sean. More often than not, I do not have any recommendations for seasonings. I will tell you, like I tell everyone else, you need to find something that you like. Um, what I like is it could possibly be different than what you like. So I don't recommend stuff because I don't want to be responsible for you trying something that I like that you don't. So I don't give out recommendations like that for the most part. Now, of course, if somebody sends me some rub and I'm like, yeah, I like it, yeah, I'll do that. But as far as a recommendation on what you should season your stuff with, nope, I don't do those. I'll just missed it. Glad I have 6 acres of mature blueberry bushes. Posted on the forum to come and get what you want. Wow. Uh, Thank you, Rome. Appreciate that. Whether or not treating me right, I have to work outside. I need a shop. Oh, I know, John, man. I know. Do I like pistachios? Yes, indeed, we do, Jay. We do like pistachios. My sons, and my daughter, actually, they kill me because my father-in-law, when he comes down here, he brings them sunflower seeds, and the kids know they do not eat sunflower seeds or pistachios in house. They have to go out to the front porch or out to the back deck. So yeah, man, they do. They like them. Sheldon, how you doing this evening? Y'all see the Gravity Fed by Masterbuilt. Yes, I have seen it in person actually. It looked pretty dope. Again, I don't have any money to spend on another daggone grill or smoker right now. Just trying to pay down debt, man. That's my yeah. I didn't forget the ice. I just got to talking and haven't gotten up yet. Trust me, there's still a corner in the glass, so I didn't forget. Cooking again for the company. Eventually. It's one of those things where I don't they pretty much ask me a week or two before the event happens, if I can cook or if I'm available. It's one of those things where the administrative assistant says, "Hey, are you going to be here on this day?" And I look at my calendar. And I'm like, yeah, I am," or "No, I'm not." And she'll say, "Okay, hey, all right, on that day we're going to do an employee appreciation type thing, or can you bring your grill in and we can cook, do something like that." Sure. But other than that, there's really not a whole bunch of advance notice. And as with any and everything, my job alongside of everywhere else at this point is starting to recommend that folks work from home a few days a week, if at all possible. So there's less and less people in the office, and I'm okay with that. There's less people that come past my office, my desk, and bug me. Just spend the season after players test positive for coronavirus. Yes, handyman, we have our breaking news correspondent Alton. He broke that news probably about a half an hour ago, maybe 50 minutes ago. So, wow. What will the bookies in Vegas do that the NBA season has been suspended? But if there are players that are testing positive for coronavirus, I mean, duh. Got to get that cool. Oh, hell yeah, man. Look. Let the ice melt a little bit, get that last little bit, So what is watered down? I'm not leaving that in the jar. I just need to talk to my supervisor and getting a smoker for work. That's what's up, man. That's what's up. I had some cracking rum tonight. The black coffee roast one. I said it's an awesome drink. Well, that's what's up. That gravity fed from Master. Why not, Sheldon? What's wrong with it? You should set up national food trucks everywhere. Well, Doug, the problem is I am not. I don't have all the proper permitting and or licensing, nor do I have a vehicle to do it from. So, if there are a lot of hurdles I need to jump through that I just don't have the ability to jump through just yet. I can't clear them. I have gravity fed from deep south. I have a gravity fed from deep south smokers. Okay, so you probably have something that's a little more superior. But it's one of those things, man. I don't I don't yuck someone else's yum. All right, that's what I tell my kids all the time. Don't yuck someone else's yum. If someone is able to, or if that is all someone can do, and they are into doing barbecue, and that is their first step, their first foray into it, and that gets them, that allows them to do what they need to do, I'm not going to discourage that. I would only encourage that. Now, I would caveat it and say it's good, but there are things that are better. Now, if you are the type of person that, you might be living paycheck to paycheck, and someone does you a solid and says, you know what, here's $500, or Merry Christmas, or Happy Birthday, or thank you, or congratulations, I'm going to buy you this. I'm not going to frown on them. You know what I mean? I'm not going to look down on them because that's what they have. Sometimes that's all someone has. And if they're making the best out of what they have, big ups to that. Props to them. Because not everybody has the ability to buy a $10,000 smoker or whatever that smoker might have cost you. So, I mean, will your smoker last longer? Probably yes. Will your smoker put out a better product? Maybe not. So don't knock it, man. That's all I say. Don't knock it. There you go. So Noob says his first was a tiny Green Mountain Grill, and it led to becoming more interested in barbecue. And that's the thing, man. I try and encourage almost everyone, and people say to me, "Hey, man, what should I buy as my first smoker?" And I say, "Well, I had a coworker stop me in the hallway. He says, "Hey, I really want to get your advice on something." I'm like, "Okay." He said, "I'm trying to buy a smoker. I have about $200 I want to drop on a smoker." And I say, "Don't buy one yet." And he's like, "Why?" I'm like, "Spend $500 on a smoker." He's like, "I don't want to spend $500 on a smoker." I said, "Buy once, cry once, okay? Don't buy that $200 master built or that $200 charbroil." I'm like, "You're going to burn through it. Just take my advice. You asked me for my advice. Here's my advice." And I hate saying it that I'm a professional, because I'm not. All right. I'm just an arsonist who likes to cook and a fat guy who likes fire. Okay. But save your money, buy that mid level, that mid range grill or smoker, and you will have a much more, how do I say this? You'll have an easier time. All right. You won't have as many fluctuations. The metal is usually thicker and better, so it'll hold heat better. You won't be fighting with it as much. You spend more money as opposed to having to fight with it. It will work with you and not against you. It'll last longer. All of those things by just stopping and saving. So if it means you can't buy a smoker this year, then suck it up, Buttercup. Buy a Weber. Use the Weber all this year. And then next year, when you have that money sitting around again, buy the more expensive offset or buy the more expensive. You know, people are giving shade or throwing shade to people who buy pellet smokers right now. Why? Why? If that's all that person can do, if that is all that person can have, why would you throw shade and discourage someone else? Like, I just don't get it. Hooray! You can throw sticks in a smoker for 14 hours. Not everyone can do that. Not everyone has the same ability to do that. So don't yuck someone else's yum. Don't poop on somebody else's parade. All right, that's all I have to say. I try to be encouraging, even if I know better. Like, you just wasted your money. Try to give someone something positive. Try to tell someone positive and be encouraging. Do not discourage, man. We all in here trying to get, produce, I won't say good, decent barbecue. Because there's some folks out there. Where's Jack? Where's Jack Wagon? Jack says his food all tastes like camels. So yeah. Let's see. Sheldon says, when I started in the barbecue business, I started with a Smoke Hollow Pro. Then he graduated. You're right. All right. Damn right. Let's talk about barbecue. I'm still using my Oklahoma Joe. Does the job, and it got me hooked. Meigs, that's what I'm saying. The Oklahoma Joe is where I would suggest people start, and that's usually what I recommend to people. But they see that offset that's $100 less. It's like a charbroil or whatever it is, and they're like, "I'll just get this one." It's almost the same. It's not the same. It's not the same. And then one of the other things too is a lot of people I've seen and heard talk about the Oklahoma Joe have said the quality on the Oklahoma Joe has gone down over the years, and I do not doubt it. I do not doubt it. Sheldon says I burnt through the Smoke Hollow in 6 months. There we go. All right, I just don't know if I like it or not, and realize that man's barbecue was legit since I really didn't know. Didn't grow up with barbecue. All right, that's what's up. Terry says, what's your thoughts on the new Weber Smoke Fire? I think Weber should have used influencers to their advantage, as opposed to doing a project, kind of keeping it under wraps, unveiling it to hype, right? Unveiling it to hype, and then people were like Justin from the Baby Bag Maniac. He's the example because he said Weber reached out to him and they were going to give him one. Okay, Weber gives you one. You kind of have to say nice things if they give it to you. I mean, point blank. I don't care who you are or what you say. If somebody gives you something, unless you're an idiot, you're going to say nice things. You have to. I mean, if your mother raised you right, your parents raised you right, you're going to say nice things, right? Right. That being said, Justin said, I'm going to go out and buy it myself. I'm going to provide you guys an unbiased opinion. I'm going to test this thing out. And before he finished his first cook, he had a fire in the thing. Somebody didn't do a good enough job. I think it was probably a case of people who use charcoal and only use charcoal because they're drinking the Weber charcoal Kool-Aid and didn't know how to use a pellet grill. I really feel that Weber should have given it to people who have and use pellet grills to put it through its paces. How on the first cook does Justin say this slope is wrong on the pellet hopper? The pellets are getting stuck. That's pretty simple. And Tom Horseman was like, hey, I have the Weber wedge. It will help you out. And then what does Weber do? They come out with a plate that's bent that has a higher angle in order to get the pellets to fall down into the hopper properly. That's just simple. Simple, simple, simple. Hey, Doug says facts. I guess, every now and again I have some, some nuggets of information. Sean says big facts. And it is Sean, right? I'm hoping I'm saying that correctly. Mr. Mingo. It's about the cook, not the smoker. I've put people that have 3,000 pits. Oh my gosh, man. I've met people that have $3,000 pits that burn chicken. Sure enough. Meek says he agrees. Weber Smoky Mountain is a good choice. Not too pricey. Todd, I agree. But the thing with the Weber Smoky Mountain is, and how do I put this politely? It's a Weber product. So Weber gets you into their ecosystem, and then they want to sell you a bunch of accessories. And there's nothing wrong with that because that's business. That's a business model. I just don't necessarily agree with you getting a bare bones thing, and then you have to buy this, and you have to buy that, and you have to buy this, and they nickel and dime you. Yo, just charge me $500 and give me the stuff that I need, as opposed to charging me $400 and making me spend $200 on the extra stuff. That's just my opinion. Weber Smoky Mountains do get the job done, and there are folks that have been using Weber Smoky Mountains to get the job done for quite a while, and they do actually work a lot. First Love Smokers says, any tips on how to smoke when it's cold out? So the whole thing is, when it's cold out, you're going to use more fuel. That is it. And in using more fuel, you're going to need more air. That is it, man. There really is no other thing that I can tell you. The only other thing I can tell you as far as cooking in the cold, and I have a couple videos on cooking in the cold, you're going to use more fuel. And if you're not using more fuel, it's going to take you more time. You just have to be patient. It'll be done when it's done. Uh, mm. Let's see. New a month ago, and it's awesome. All right, Noob says he just got his first Weber Smoky Mountain a month ago. Sometimes when you guys are talking to each other, I try not to read those. Let's see. B says, go tell Rye the Oklahoma Joe sucks. I got one, and it does everything I need perfectly. Well, here's the thing, Brian. Sometimes people don't. How do I put this? Sometimes people don't take the time to learn how to cook on something properly. If it doesn't work the way that they want it to work, they give up. Or if it doesn't work the way that they want to work, they just dismiss it. If it doesn't work the way that they want it to work, then they'll buy something else. If you're in a position to do that, then more power to you. You guys have seen and know Bernadette. I don't use Bernadette often because Bernadette doesn't perform the way that I want Bernadette to perform. Does that stop me from using Bernadette? No. But usually what ends up happening is I have to have a cook big enough to justify me using Bernadette because I typically use Bernadette in conjunction. It's like I can take my car with the trailer, or I can take Vanna by itself, right? By herself and load Vanna up. If I need to take Vanna and the trailer to do something, that means there's a lot going on. Usually, when I have to use Bernadette, it's because it's one of those situations where I'm using Vanna and the trailer. Let's see. Big Steve says everything I have I use from a 55-gallon drums, offset, horizontal, and upright. Love them all and can't justify buying something else. He says this barbecue is good, so why spend the money? Steve, here is an example, and this is going to you're going to hopefully you understand this. Convenience, okay, and ease. In a 55-gallon drum, the walls are thin. So they are very inefficient, especially when it's cold outside. You can bump up the efficiency level of one of those 55-gallon drums by using something like a mover's blanket or like some sort of insulation. You can definitely increase the efficiency, but at the same time, you can also step up to something a little bit thicker. A thicker wall, a thicker metal wall will increase the efficiency of your cooker, as well as something that's insulated. So yes, you have something that works, but does that mean that you can't have something that works better? So don't, spite your nose to save your face. All right. So it's one of those things where gosh, I'm trying to think. I heard something not too long ago, and they were talking about. Oh, it was Jimmy DeResta, and he was talking about using a plasma cutter versus using like um like a cut table, like one where you program the table, the plasma cutter to do the cut for you. He said, I struggled with using a plasma cutter, okay, a torch to cut out metal, to cut out shapes and do different things, and then I would go behind and have to use hand tools to get it right, to shape the metal, to cut the metal, to make it fit, to do whatever. He said, but now I just go to the plasma cam, put in whatever I need to do, and it cuts it, and it's done. I totally agree, and I when he said that, I thought about how people are pooping on pellet smokers. Pellet smokers are the wave of the future. Whether you want to believe it or not, I said it. Pellet smokers are the wave of the future. Pellet smokers are the new propane grill. You want to know why? Because they give you better flavor than a propane grill with all of the same convenience. So, Steve, I say all of that to say, don't cut off your own blessings. Let's put it that way. Just because you like something doesn't mean you can't improve upon it and do something better. I would like to try the steel drum smoker type. Well, Meigs, I love my steel drums. Definitely, they are very efficient to a point. But cooking in the cold with the drums, they are show keen. Oh, show knee. All right. Sorry, I was hoping Sean, but all right, Shoni. Sorry. Noob says this next one would be a UDS man. Build it. We got Josh, the cooking cop. Babe, hey, I saw you and CJ. I tried to say hi a couple times. Whoever was reading the comments, they just straight ignored me. I guess they didn't know who I was. They didn't read my comment. I waved a couple times and said hi. And I mean, I saw, I guess it was Babe, was reading the comments. She read all around my comments, man. I feel some type of way, Josh. I do. I'm getting a small smoker, to demo in a few weeks from my butcher. I'm excited to run it. Well, that's what's up. He said, I guess Bryson says he's getting a smoke fire. Yes, be careful. I purchased no accessories for the Weber Smoky Mountain. What are you referring to? I'm just saying, Todd, Weber's in general, they're all about the accessories. That's just one of the things that turns me off to buying a lot of Weber stuff. That's all. I got to catch up with the comments again. I've seen a lot of videos of smoke fire, and it seems to be a lot of problems. There are some issues. Planning an SEA, any SEA this year. Actually, there is an SEA event coming up at the end of the month, but I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to do it. I have been asked to cook, I believe, on the same day that SEA event is happening. I will always, always, always get money versus spend money. First Love Smokers, yes, Alton reported that a little while ago. Doug says, I love my pellet smoker. I love mine too. I think the pellet smokers will lead to people getting into barbecue and eventually move on to other types of smokers. You're absolutely right, Noob. Definitely, definitely, definitely. It's cool, Josh, man. It wasn't you. I mean, like I said, I think it was Babe, and she was reading, and it was CJ's live stream. Because the whole thing was, I was driving. Like a lot of times when I catch your live streams or certain live streams depending on when it is, I'm driving. So you guys were making your steaks, and it was about the time where you pulled the steaks off of the foodie and you were letting them rest. And I guess I missed CJ's issues with the power. So you guys were fighting with the power, talking about how you had outages, and CJ looked pissed, and he was debating whether he was going to leave that video up or not and it was funny because there was one point where he's like, all those people that come from the forums and come from here, he's like, I genuinely do know how to use this. He was like, this was something that was beyond my control, and I mean, I watched for a while, but I ended up having to kind of pay attention to the road, not supposed to be watching YouTube while driving, that little thing like that. So it was nice. No big deal, man. It is what it is. Let's see. Texas Barbecue guy says, if they were both free, I would take a Traeger or a Yoder over a smoke fire. You know what? I don't know. I don't know. I own a Traeger, so I can definitively say that most likely I would probably, and I don't know if Yoder does it, whether or not you can get that high heat. I really want a pellet grill that I can sear something with. Excuse me, because currently I can't sear anything with my Traeger. Terry says, I just don't trust the smoke fire. Well, first generation anything. And I've been sitting here. I did not go get more. I'm just going to pour some more of this. So if you missed it, I'm drinking a peanut butter whiskey this evening. And I'm going to be pairing it with a little bit of spiked eggnog, right? when I got this from the liquor store, the guy behind the counter, he said, put some Irish cream in it. And we don't have any Irish cream, but this was the creamiest thing I had in the house. So we're using it. Just going to send it. All right. I guess, you know, it is St. Patty's Day coming up. I probably should have some Irish cream around the house. Newcomb says, hey, how you doing this evening? And Weber's has been watching you for a while. Great content. Well, thank you. Country Q, what's going on with you, man? What's up? Dude, Josh, I could tell. And I was like, dang, what's wrong with CJ? CJ looked kind of mad. Then he kept talking and talked about how, you know, they lost power and they weren't sure if they were going to get the video done and everything like that during the live stream. I'm like, oh, that's why he looks like that. It's cool, man. You know, it happens. It happens. Gotta get the kids to bed. Y'all have a great night. New you too. All right. Sheldon says I own a Yoder and it's built like a tank. I love it. Well, that's what's up, dude. Josh, he was hot. And y'all were drinking some foo drinks. What were y'all drinking? Oh man, y'all had something, and I was cracking up because even Melise and Babe were giving you guys grief for drinking whatever it is you were drinking. Let's see. I've watched Smoking Joe and his Yoder. It looks awesome, dude. Joe Martinez, he has a dope hookup with Yoder, or he's got some deep pockets, one or the other. And I'm not mad at him because his Yoders, yeah, yo, I would not mind cooking on one of Joe's Yoders, like for real. No problem. Nope. Look, cheers. I'm gonna leave it at that, Josh. What happens on the live stream stays on the live stream. That's cool. It's all right. Anyway, all right, guys. So at this point, you know, we've talked about basketball being cut off, NBA players testing positive for coronavirus. We have a half an hour to go. What do you guys want to talk about now? I mean, it's been a roller coaster of a evening. And while I drink my concoction here, it tastes like a white chocolate Reese peanut butter cup. Yes, that says Sheepdog peanut butter whiskey. I am not a big whiskey drinker, but the guy behind the counter at the liquor store was like, yo, it's on sale. Test it. Taste it. Tell me what you think. All right. I'm down to try it. And it is not bad. I'm not a whiskey drinker, but woo, somebody's feeling pretty happy. Shoni, it is awesome. I use it in tomorrow's video. So if you hang around, ooh, oh man. So Shoni, I use it in the video tomorrow. I use it to cut up a thing that I normally would buy already cut up, and I butchered it myself. And I didn't butcher it, which is funny. But tomorrow's video, so if you stick around until 11 o'clock, usually as a thank you to you guys who are here on the live stream, at the end of the live stream, I will post the link to that video, and you can watch it, of course, after the live stream ends, right? You can watch it, and I do use that cutting board, and it is awesome. It is, I love it. I love it. I love it. I feel bad of the fact that I'm actually using it. That's how nice it is. Oh man. Hey Josh, I looked at that tenderloin and I am committed to paying off my debt. And with that commitment to paying off my debt, I am trying to cut out anything extra. And actually, you know what? One of the things too, my last paycheck, I had an unexpected expense. My manager and one of my best friends, he got Hamilton tickets for the showing at the Kennedy Center. Oh crap! I didn't even think about that, man. I done paid $500 for these tickets to go see Hamilton at the Kennedy Center, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to go. Now, mind you, the show isn't until September, but I missed all of this that's going on. Who knows what's going to happen? But yeah, I run my budget rather thin, and then I spent money on those tickets to go see Hamilton. So I'm tapped out for the next couple of days. And I looked at that tenderloin and I was like, do I eat lunch or do I throw some money at that tenderloin? And I decided to eat lunch. But man, I was dreaming about what I could do with it. So let's see, Josh, just tell me how you would do this $300 piece of meat. So, um, I would actually cut it into 3 sections. All right, and one section I would do in the sous vide. If you have a sous vide, then the head portion, the middle portion where the fillet comes from, and then the tail portion. So the tail portion, you probably can cook it pretty quickly, like you would a tri-tip. I know you guys are out west. You probably would handle cooking a tri-tip pretty easily. That head portion, I probably would use a sous vide on or with, and then that middle portion, I might actually smoke, or actually take that back. I might smoke the center cut piece where the fillet comes from, or the Chateaubriand, okay, where that center cut piece comes from, and then I might smoke the head piece, the top part. So I mean, you have options. I did a video. Shoot, it's probably going on 2 years ago now, for Porter and York. If you look on my channel for Porter and York, I did a video and they sent me a whole tenderloin, and I never cooked one before, never done anything with it. They suggested to use their method, and they had a method. It was like put it in the oven at like 450 degrees and turn the oven off, and then check it however many. The whole thing is with a cut of beef like that, you really need to have a good thermometer. Temp it. Your temperature is going to be your best friend. Season it, salt, pepper, maybe some garlic. Just basic. Keep it simple. Or if you have any Uncle Steve's rubs, that thick meat on there would be very peppery. I think it might be pretty decent. And man, just cook it to temperature, but don't cook the whole thing. There's 3 specific pieces that you can get off of that whole tenderloin, and it's Wagyu. So you have to keep that in mind. That is going to be extra rich, extra fatty, and just be careful with it, man. That's all. But that tail end, that piece that is the throwaway cut, the less desirable piece, you can probably cook that hot and fast, and it won't be, it won't care. If you have the ability to sous vide it, then I would say sous vide that center cut, that center portion, just so you can make sure you can guarantee that it's cooked perfectly. And then that head part, I would probably try and smoke it. Again, the best thing you're going to be able to do is cook to a specific temperature. Reiser says reverse sear. Williams says, hey, yo, what up, everybody? Everybody. How y'all doing this evening? All right. No whiskey, cognac only, Doug says. Man, I don't mess with cognac. Only cognac I'll drink is Grand Marnier. Alberto says, saludos from Tijuana, Mexico. Salud. Buenas noches. I looked up Sheepdog Peanut Butter Whiskey online. It's $18.99 for a fifth. Gotta check that out. Yes, different. It sounds good. This one was... It was like... This is... I don't know my liquor terms. I really don't. I suck at that. But that's 750 mils. And it was like $25 maybe? Something along those lines. Cut it up and make Wagyu and pork belly tacos, man. I don't know. It's one large piece. What's the best way to serve the masses? The masses, man, ain't no masses eating off of that thing. That's for you and her. Forget them. That she won that. You guys enjoy it. Just be selfish, and there's no, because again, it's a whole pork or whole tenderloin should be cut up into three specific pieces. There's the head piece, there's the center cut, and there's the tail. Um, you can't cook it all, or I don't think you should cook it all at once. I mean, there are plenty of people out there that probably have done better and reviews or better things with it. When I got the one that I had, I could cut it into two pieces, and if I knew then what I know now, I would have cut it into three different pieces. Man, too much Wagyu is quite a problem to have. Exactly. Yep. William says he agrees with the CV reverse here. Josh says it's huge. Well, look, Josh. How much did Babe throw at that thing? I'll send you that amount of money. You send it to me. I'll cook it, and I'll do plenty of videos for you. Plenty of videos for you. Like, uh, I'm not intimidated by big meat. Smoke it like a London broil. I did a video on it. Slice it like a brisket. All right. That's a 5-pound cut. Yeah, man. I'm not blown away by that, man, dude. The one that I had was like 4 some change pounds. I cut it into two different pieces just so I wouldn't do the whole thing. But one piece I smoked it, and the other piece I did it in the oven as per Porter and York's recommendation. The smoked piece, it wasn't bad. I just think I smoked the wrong portion. If again, there's three different pieces. You can take that 5-pound piece of meat and you can get three different meals. And again, these meals are not going to be for 15 people. They're going to be for you and Babe. So she won that piece of meat. You guys enjoy it. Have yourself a nice, dinner. And I know it came frozen most likely, and you gotta thaw it out. So thaw it out, cut it up, or even just cut it up as it's frozen and vacuum seal the thing or pieces of it. And dude, don't be intimidated by it's a piece of meat, man. It's a $300 piece of meat. So what? It's a piece of meat, man. Cook it like you would cook it, not anything else, because it's gonna cook a little differently. But cook it from here. All right, cook it from here. Trust the process. Don't overthink it. There's no reason to overthink it. I got a piece of, I won't say a piece, but it is one single Wagyu steak. I won one as well. And I mean, unfortunately, my wife, kids, and I are all doing, we're pescatarian for Lent. My wife decided she wanted to do, every now and again, she's like, this month I'm not eating any meat. Okay, I guess I'm cooking fish and seafood for you. So she said, hey, for Lent this year, can we all give up meat? And I'm like, okay. But it's been 2 weeks now. It's been 2 weeks. Today is Wednesday, so this is the second week that it has been going on. And yeah, I'm cool with it. Today for lunch, I had a grilled cheese sandwich from Five Guys and some fries. So, I mean, there's ways around it. Sheldon says, just got some of my merch. Oh, boy. Really? That's what's up, man. I appreciate that. Let's see. Let's go out to the website and see what it is. Let's see. Where are you? Come on, man. Wix. All right. I'll check on your order in a second. Peanut butter liquor and razzmatazz equal peanut butter jelly shot. Ooh, okay. Never had it at Wagyu. I like to try some. Just seared the temp. William, you probably be right. The only thing is you have to be careful with a piece of meat like that because you don't want to mess it up. And I understand Josh's apprehension, but dude, sometimes having the confidence to cook it the way you need to cook it is all you need to cook it properly. Let's see. Uh-oh. And stop the advertisements. Sheldon. Let's see. What did you order, sir? All right. I gotta look in the box and see what I have over there. I gotta check. To be completely honest, I don't know if I have. We'll see. We'll work it out. What's the absolute money piece of that cut? The middle section. The middle section is where the tenderloin steaks come from. The filet mignon is cut from the middle. So there's the head portion. And if you look at the piece of meat, and I suck at drawing, but if you look at it, it kind of like, it has a head portion that kind of tapers off, and there's another piece that kind of comes in together. And then there's that middle section, and then there's the tail end of that other section, right? It seems like it's two pieces of meat together, kind of where the first piece overlaps the second. So right about here is where the Chateaubriand, right, this the center cut, okay, comes from, and then probably about another third down, and where that piece of meat starts to taper off and down, that's where the tail end is. So you can typically get three pieces from that. You have the head, the center, and the tail. The tail is, of course, the least desirable, and the tail I would recommend cooking that hot and fast on the grill, and that's it. Cooking it pretty quickly, slicing it up. And somebody said tacos or something like that. I wouldn't be opposed to that. That center cut is the piece that you want to focus on. That center cut, that is the money piece. That is that is the, all right. That is the piece that, yeah. Now, one other thing with that is when you open it up, you might actually have to do some trimming. There's a term for it. It's like PSMO, I think it is. It's like something about primal something on. Like it, and I've looked it up, and because I've looked at it when I was at the Restaurant Depot, and it basically means that you have to trim the silver skin and some of the fat off of it. So when you buy a whole tenderloin PSMO, it means it's untrimmed. So if that one is untrimmed, and I doubt that it'll be untrimmed because it's Wagyu and woo, hoity-toity, man. I think you'll be fine, but it's one of those things where you're gonna have to thaw it out, and you're gonna have to kind of commit to doing something with those three separate pieces of meat, definitely. But I mean, smoke the head portion, sous vide the middle portion, and hot and fast the tail end. Questa J says a friend owns an Irish pub and got me drunk perfectly. Sorry, got me drunk perfecting it on him. Nothing wrong with that. So the whole thing, Josh, is I'm behind on the comments, so I'm sorry. I'm like 4 or 5 minutes behind. I know. I hear you. He says I don't want to mess it up. Confidence is king. Yes, indeed. Johnny, how you doing this evening, sir? Yes. All right, B. I knew this was going to come up, and all right, let me tell you a story about how I tried to dry age some picanha. So, I had the bright idea. I went to Restaurant Depot and I got some picanha, and I got these dry age bags, and I said, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to dry age some picanha. So at the end of December, I put 2 pieces of picanha in 2 separate dry aging bags, and I put them in my refrigerator upstairs. Now, problem is the refrigerator upstairs, for whatever reason, it's an old refrigerator. That refrigerator has been here since before we bought the house, right? And we've been in this house for almost 15 years now. And that refrigerator has withstood the test of time. And it's getting old, it's getting tired, the seals on the doors aren't working properly, and then for whatever reason, the hinge on the door is sticking. I don't know why or how. So we use it more or less as a drink refrigerator upstairs, but I do store things in it from time to time when I have overflow stuff. So I said, oh, it would be perfect. I'll put it out of the way. Problem was, with the hinge being open, the refrigerator sat open longer, like just a crack in the refrigerator door, and it wasn't enough for like the light to be on or anything. It was just enough for the temperature inside of the refrigerator to a little bit higher than refrigerator temperature should be. That being said, I let the meat age for 46 days. I ended up not having, but ended up working from home, and it was 46 days old. I two pieces. One of the pieces, like as soon as I opened it up, I was like, "Oh hell no!" I chucked it right away. It was sour. It was spoiled. The second piece, I was like, "Well, maybe it's salvageable." I trimmed it. I cut it up. Went outside, set the slow and sear up. I set it up. I started cooking it. I mean, I cooked it. I cooked it. It was good. It was cooked fine. Brought it inside. I cut a small piece of it. I put it in my mouth and I spit it right out. It was bad. It was rancid. So yeah, I'm gonna have to try dry aging again. I just haven't gotten a cut of meat, but if I do try it again, it will not be on picanha. I don't know what possessed me to try picanha, but yeah, I had it and that was it. Yeah, man, definitely cut them up, Josh. So again, you have that big old piece of meat, right? And this is why you're so intimidated by it because you're looking at the whole thing. Don't. So here's a perfect example. Perfect example. If you have a big number and you have to do math in your head, what do you do with that big number? You break it down, right? You make it smaller numbers. Same thing. Same exact thing. Uh, Chuck, how you doing this evening? No, so Chuck, the corned beef, the corned beef was out in the garage, and nobody messed with the corned beef while I was out in the garage. So had I known, if I knew now what I knew, or if I knew then what I know now, I probably would have taken it and put it out in the garage, and it would have been safer. But yes, William, humidity definitely did. Um, and that was it, man. It's just the fact that the kids left the damn door open on the refrigerator, and it just got rancid. Now I will try. If you guys don't know or haven't seen Craig from Beers Jack and Barbecue, they or he and well, he and his partner dry aged a why can't I remember the name of the cut they used? But they dry aged a piece of meat, and they he said it turned out phenomenally. And it's one of those things where it's counterintuitive. I bought picanha, and it was one of those things where I was in the restaurant depot and I saw it and I said, "Oh, you know what? I'm gonna buy it." And I didn't have the opportunity to cook it right away, so I said, I'm getting ready to go away, or I just gotten back or something, and I said, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna dry age this. Yeah, yeah. Well, the problem with dry aging, you really want to start with the biggest piece of meat that you can get. I know that now. And the whole thing is it's a very scary endeavor because when it doesn't go according to plan, like mine didn't go according to plan, you do not want to waste the money on that big old piece of meat. But the whole thing is because you're dry aging, that meat is going to shrink and you're going to have a lot of waste because you have to trim off the piece that is, the sacrificial bit, right? So you really want to start with a bigger piece of meat. Craig did the same thing. He bought the smallest cut that he could get, and it wasn't the best thing. He said that he was able to salvage and manage to get like some steaks from it, but again, it was one of those things. Hindsight being 2020, he should have spent an extra $20 and got a bigger piece of meat. But when you're spending $150 on a cut of meat, that's a little scary. And I mean, when I say a little, it's very scary. So I completely understand why you would be apprehensive about getting and buying the biggest piece of meat that you can get and then, doing whatever you had to do with it. So, all right. Yeah. Josh, hopefully we've made you feel a little bit better, man. Just just don't be afraid, don't be intimidated by it. Guga does a dry aged Wagyu brisket video and it looked awesome. I don't There's certain things, man, I just don't understand. You have, first and foremost, I don't see the point. Like, I know a Wagyu cow is going to have a brisket. I get it. But I just can't bring myself. I can't afford, however, whatever the amount that a Wagyu brisket is going to cost. I can't imagine how much a Wagyu brisket would cost. And then you dry age it? I, boggles my mind. I just I do not see the value add. I do not see the point of that because there's going to be so much loss. There's going to be so much waste. What was the end result? Like, I just I can't I could not bring myself to do that. Dry age a Wagyu brisket, let alone dry age a brisket. Like, I just I don't know, man. I'm befuddled. Tell me. No problem, Josh, man. Yeah. I mean, I don't get it, man. So Josh, you know what? Quick story. I was working on my wife had a 1998 Mitsubishi Diamante, right? And I called my father-in-law because I know my father-in-law worked on my sister-in-law. She had a Mitsubishi Galant. And I call him up and I'm like, yo, Pop, I need some help. He's like, all right, what's up? I said, Pop, I can't get these rotors off of, your daughter's car. I can't get these rotors off this car. He said, hit it. I said, Pop, I've been banging on this damn thing for like hours. I can't get this rotor off the car. He said, man, hit it. I said, Pop, man, you don't understand. I've been smacking this thing with the hammer. He said, which hammer? I'm like, the regular hammer. He's like, go get that little sledgehammer you got. So I go get I think it's a 3-pound sledge, little handle sledge like that. And I'm like, all right. He's like, now, hit it. I'm like, Pop, man, I've been tapping on this thing. Stop tapping on it. Hit it. I'm like, all right, Pop, I'm gonna hit it. I said, but I don't want to ruin the rotor because if I can't get it off, she still got to drive to work tomorrow. He said, hit it. All right, Pop. He's like, using some wood or something like that. I'm like, yeah. He said, take the wood out. Don't hit the wood. Hit the rotor directly. Pop, you sure? I don't want to mess up this rotor. Hit it. All right. And I wound up first one. Pop, and nothing happened. Hit it. I can hear him on the phone. Hit it. Hit it the second time. You know the difference between when you hit something that's solid and when it's hollow? That second time I hit it, that jump was like, bing. Yo, Pop. Thanks for holding my hand. For real. I gotta go. I got the first side off. I'm going to change the rotor real quick. I'm going to do the other side. I'll call you when I'm done. That's all it is, Josh, man. Sometimes you need somebody to hold your hand. You need the confidence. You need somebody to just tell you it's going to be okay. Josh, that's what we doing tonight. It's going to be okay, man. You know what? Let me tell you this too. Even if you mess up this $300 piece of meat, guess what's going to happen? You're going to have a hell of a story to tell. All right? And to be completely honest, it's not a $300 piece of meat. It's whatever babe threw at that $300 piece of meat. Okay? So it's probably like a $50 piece of meat or a $60 piece of meat. So think of it as such. Don't give it the clout that I'm sure if you stopped or pulled over a celebrity, that celebrity is a person, right? They know why it's special just because they star in a movie or they portray someone on a TV show. They are supposed to follow rules just like you were supposed to follow rules, and I am supposed to follow rules. So knock that piece of meat down a peg or two and just cook it. Just cook it. Dude, that's what I'm talking about. $12. It's a $12 piece of meat, man. Treat that thing like a $12 piece of meat and stop worrying about it. It's not a $300 piece of meat. You know how much that thing costs? As much as you invested into it. That's it, man. Just that's it. Love you too, man. Dude, I appreciate those of you guys who come through and hang out. I really do. I just have a way of calming people down and making people feel at ease, and putting people put too much stock in other things, in certain things, and yeah. Mm. Meegs, man, I tell you guys who hang out with me, you guys are friends to me, seriously. Well, it's my voice. I need some helium or something to change my voice to make me sound different. Mm. Oh man, Sheldon, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but I'm scratching my head because I think I gave Alton the last 3X shirt that I have, but I'll see what I have over there because I'm looking at my shirts now, and maybe I just need to place another order. Maybe this is my, place another order time. I want to tell you something. My first brisket was a pack of brisket, and only I had to go to my YouTube. I got over the fear and went for it, and it turned out fine. There you go. Yes. What's up, Joe? We were talking about you earlier and your yoders, plural. Um, how we were kind of a little envious of your yoders. They're dope. They're dope. Definitely dope. Heck yeah, man. Right here. Google definitely has big time sponsors. I'm not there yet. Not there yet. I mean, not that I would. I mean that not porterhouse, that tenderloin that I got was given to me. They from Porter and York. They sent that out to me, and they said, "Hey," and so funny story. I'm full of stories. Funny story. Um, I'm trying to think how it actually worked. Oh, a subscriber sent meat my way from Porter and York, and they just ordered and sent it to me, and then I cooked it and I used it, and I reached out to Porter and York and I said, "Hey, would you be willing to send me something?" And it was actually around this time because they sent me a tenderloin, and I'm like, "Hey, it's right around St. Patty's Day. Can you send me corned beef, like one of those?" And they're like, "No, we're gonna send you a tenderloin." So Josh, the piece of meat they sent me was like $150 piece of meat, and just like you, I was intimidated. I'm like, I don't know what I'm gonna do with it. But again, if I knew then what I know now, I would have cut it into 3 pieces as opposed to 2. But I was intimidated, and sometimes you can't be intimidated, man. You just gotta go for it. But yeah, dude. I saw the corned beef. I saw it. And you want that brisket in your hand. Shoot, Joe. We know. He says I'm definitely blessed to have Yoder as a sponsor. Man, yes, you be blessed, man. You be blessed, and keep cooking on it. That's all we can ask you to do. I went to Snake River Farms website. One time. Too expensive for him. Shoot, I understand. Oh, Mr. Hockett. Let's see. It is 11 o'clock. Let's. I promise you guys, those of you guys who are here on the live stream, let's go back to videos and go in here. Come on. All right. Come on, show the chat. There we go. All right, guys. Those of you guys who are here, there is the video for tomorrow, hot off the press. Hey, I appreciate that, Josh. Chuck is absolutely correct. He says, believe it or not, life will go on if you mess up a piece of meat. It sure will. And I'm telling you, if you mess up the piece of meat, you're going to have a hell of a better story messing up that piece of meat than if you get it right. Just saying. Hey, good night, Mr. Hockett. Joe's actually the one that got me thinking about buying a Yoder. Well, maybe. Well, Brian, I know you probably are pretty far away from Joe, but maybe you guys can link up and cook together, and maybe that'll sway you on whether you want a Yoder or not. I mean, Joe, what do you say, man? Reach out, try to talk to each other. I know you guys are in Texas. I think Brian said he might be in the Houston area, and I know Joe said he was like 8 to 10 hours away from Alton. So I don't know how you guys might be able to work that out. But if you can work it out, I think that would be awesome. Get together. So Mr. Hockett's name is Jack. He asked that we call him Jack. Though his username is Mr. Hockett, I'm going to try to remember to call him Jack. Though I do not promise to call you Jack, Mr. Hockett. I don't. Because I'm probably just going to use my respect and call you Mr. Hockett. Sorry. Good night, Jack, though. Thank you so very much again, as always, for being a part. He said he's in El Paso. You were closer to Houston than Joe is. Hey, Ricer, be easy, man. Thank you. Later, everyone, I got a scratchy throat, having a hard time breathing, and I don't have any toilet paper. Don't worry, I will take the Corona to bed with you. Well, self-quarantine yourself, sir, and have a good evening. So I looked it up. I think driving to Austin from Baltimore was like 18 or 19 hours. My wife was talking about it when we were there. She's like, we should have drove down here, and then I wouldn't go. The reason why, someone talked about the cutting board. I had to buy another bag in order to get that cutting board home. And then because of the fact that 2 of us flew out here, but we consolidated and only used 1 bag flying out here, we had an extra bag to fly back with. So that extra bag, I took some stuff out of my bag and put it into that secondary bag and was able to fly back home. And I put all my seasonings, my cutting board, my knives, and things like that in that second bag, and was able to bring it all back home. And yeah. Oh, goodness. Josh, I have to catch up on. So the beginning of the month is always hardest for me because I actually have a lot of work to do at work. So I kind of lose sight slightly on videos. I did see your video. I just didn't get to watch your video. But I did see it, and we can kind of go from there. Because it was like corned beef and hash, right? Something along those lines. So if you guys missed it, as a thank you to you guys who are still here, there is the link to the video that's going to go live tomorrow. Check it out tonight. Let me know what you think. I will be up for a little while, and you know, I'll reply to comments and such. So if you want to, you know, go ahead, feel free. It is a longer video. It's like 20 some odd minutes long. Check it out and tell me what you think. But I am getting ready to hit the hay, and I'll talk to you guys next week, and I will talk to you guys in the comments tomorrow. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm gonna go out and watch Josh's video right now while I'm thinking about it. Cooking with Josh and Babe. Let's see. Where do I need to get that one? With Josh. There we go. You're like 5th down, dude. Cooking with Josh and Babe. Oh, corned beef and cabbage. Let's see. You know what? Let's watch this together. Oh boy. Starting out with the B-roll. Putting Babe to work. Looks good though.
Welcome back to the channel.
What is she standing on, dude? Because there's no way. There's no way. All right, Chuck, have a good evening. There's no way that she is.
My name is Babe. I work before the cop.
How do you like that introduction?
Oh, I love it.
She doesn't look like she loves it.
Today we're going to be making corned beef and cabbage in the Ninja Foodie. And when I think of St. Patrick's Day,
Wait, when I think of this.
what? Ow!
You're not wearing green.
She got you.
You're wearing
She
green.
got you.
I have green underwear on.
Let me see.
No, okay. When I think of St. Patrick's Day, I think
She's
of
like, no.
Lucky Charms, little leprechauns,
Yeah.
Conor McGregor.
All right, so here's on the thing. All right, like an Apple box. All right, so here's the secret to how I watch a lot of YouTube videos. I actually watch them faster than normal speed. My normal speed and my go-to speed is 1.5 times. There are some times when some people talk so slowly that I can go 2 times. But you guys are gonna hear.
And Olivia's birthday. So a while back, CJ, our friend CJ, over at Cooking with CJ, look at this beautiful picture of this beautiful man right here. He gave us a Ninja Foodie, and we really, really enjoy using it. So this St. Patrick's Day, we're going to be doing corned beef and cabbage with the potatoes, the carrots, corned beef. So yeah, let's just jump into it.
Let's do it, babe.
This is a good variation to.
Okay, I hear you, Philip DeFranco. Let's just jump into it.
So without further ado, here we go.
Okay, our ingredients is an Irish
Are
lamb
our ingredients
from
are
Costco, already seasoned. All of the goodies.
Chef? Hold up, time out. So, Chef, what's going on, man? I know it's early in the morning for you over there, but so Josh from the Cooking Cop and Babe. So it used to be Josh and Babe, but now it's the Cooking Cop and Babe. So Josh and Babe made corned beef and cabbage in the Ninja Foodie grill. Okay, so I'm watching the video now because I was busy at work and didn't get to actually watch it. So I'm going to watch it now. And Josh is sitting here and he's going to listen to me watch the video. So I'm watching his video right now.
So it's been sitting and marinating for a long time. Who knows how long? Okay,
Yeah.
we have our cabbage.
Yeah.
We have our carrots. We have our red potatoes. I'm using red potatoes. You can use whatever kind you want. Instead
Whatever
of using
effing potatoes you want.
We're going to do chicken broth. I just have the concentrate from Trader Joe's. And we have some chopped onions.
Oh,
Because I don't want to put real
the-
onions in there. We're going to start with
Why
our
not?
chicken broth.
And you could just use chicken broth, or you could use 2 cups of chicken broth, and you could use 2 cups of Guinness beer. That would be good also. What is that?
Oh. You know, you guys know I'm right down the street from the Guinness Brewery, and I am going nowhere near Guinness on St. Patty's Day.
Concentrate.
Watching videos.
So,
all right, well, that's what's up, Johnny. I appreciate
you need 4 cups of
that.
liquid in your pressure cooker.
4 cups of liquid.
So 4 cups of water.
But we didn't think about doing Guinness until just now.
I know.
I wish we would have thought of it. That would be delicious. Okay.
Delicious.
Sold out of water, and there's no water in this city for some reason. We figured out that we could just use filtered water.
Okay. What if everybody gets coronavirus and then their faucets get coronavirus? And then the toilet paper's sold out.
I know. So hopefully we're gonna.
So you guys must have done this, what, yesterday, 2 days ago?
4 cups of water. Make our chicken broth base. it up. Okay, look.
Ooh. Using the metal whisk in the bottom of the foodie, that would, oh man. Ooh, I don't know about that, Josh.
So this corned beef doesn't have a seasoning packet like a lot of them. These are already pre-marinated.
Yeah.
So you're trying to keep the liquid in the pot as well, because that's the yumminess.
The yumminess.
And you want to put it in fat side down.
Right.
Get in there.
You can't make this fat.
Raw meat. So I'm assuming this is the fat side.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the fat side.
We're gonna go just like that. We're gonna put some of our chopped onions on it.
Or you can use fresh onions.
Or you can
Hopefully
use
you
fresh
wash your hands in between touching the raw meat.
Okay, that looks good.
Pet peeve of mine.
Okay, we're gonna pressure cook it on high. We're gonna do an hour and 15 minutes.
Let's see. B says he's not getting your notifications, Josh, when you post videos. Sometimes YouTube will do that. Unsubscribe, resubscribe, or just turn the notifications off and turn the notifications back on, Brian.
Ready?
And maybe it'll work.
Here we go.
And it will start to build pressure. This obviously has to be on seal. This little red rocket will come up. And we'll see you in an hour and 15 minutes. So
Hey, babe. How you doing? So, I guess Josh showed you. I'm watching your latest video.
But we can start to prepare the other stuff.
So, you might sound a little weird. I watch videos at faster than normal speed for the most part. So, I'm watching yours at 1.5 times. No problem. Wait. Why are there only 11 likes on this video? And why do you have... Why are only 35 views? Josh, maybe something's wrong.
Okay, and I'm doing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 potatoes.
All right, there's no way. Something's wrong. Okay, so this was just published today. I did see it today. I know I saw it, but I didn't get to watch it because, like I said, beginning of the month, I actually do have work to do. But 35 views, 12 thumbs up. Something is wrong. This was a yummiest. All right, so I'm looking at the comments, and there's 3 comments. Something's wrong, Josh.
Okay, we have the potatoes all cut. Now I'm going to do the cabbage.
Oh, hold up.
Which is...
Babe, you gotta cut out that little bit of the cabbage first, like
She's thick.
with 3 C's,
okay,
Josh.
So you don't want this part right here.
Nope. All right, there we go.
Everything around that part. Okay.
Yeah, cut that
you
out.
don't need big chunks, anyways, of the cabbage.
Nah,
So you can just cut around it.
you just cut the little triangle out. You just cut that part out.
Pour out. And then maybe cut this again.
I guess it doesn't matter since it's going in the.
Cabbage is the worst part of this dish. I just like the potatoes, the carrots, the meat. Like I'm eating potatoes kind of guy.
Yeah, you are. I don't like this middle part either. So get rid of that hard stuff.
So it's gonna be cabbage, potato.
I like the transitions with the shamrocks, dude. I notice it.
Mustard drill.
Yeah.
Mustard station.
It's mustard.
Yes, we are.
No, we're not.
Well, you booked it, so we are.
I'm canceling it.
No, you're not. I'll fire you.
Okay, so the hour and 15 minutes is up, but next we want to wait for this to count up to 10 minutes, which will basically do a natural release process, and then we'll use the valve to get the rest of the pressure out. But for 10 minutes, we're just going to let it chill, count up to 10 minutes, and then we'll release, and then we'll open it up.
Oh, that smells so good.
Yo, when you release the pressure from the pressure cooker, it fills up the entire first floor of your house with whatever it was being in, whatever was being cooked in it. That is like, yo, money. She said it smells so good. It really does. It really does. All right. Hopefully, yeah.
Oh, how easy that was. Oh, it smells so good. Okay, so we're going to take it out.
All right. Oh, she dropped it.
We're going to take it out and put it on a plate.
Okay.
Who was that in the background on the couch? Oh, I see a little kid chilling back there. Oh, I see a controller in his hand. Fortnite, probably.
Take it out and put it on a plate,
Okay.
and then you're going to put foil over it.
Okay.
And you're going to let it rest.
Okay. Let it rest. Let it rest. Get the gunk out.
The gunk. So you just want to skim it. You
Yeah.
want to leave the liquid in, but you want to skim it.
Just want to get the gunks out. Get the yucks out before we put our veggies in.
There
Okay,
they
so now we're going to put all of
go.
our
There they
veggies in.
go. I got her
So we're
reference.
leaving the juice. Let's put our cabbage first.
All right. I'd have put the potatoes down in there
Josh's
first.
favorite part. Our potatoes.
The potatoes going to take a little longer to cook, and them being in the liquid will
Okay,
help
so
them cook
let's kind of wet
faster.
everything down here.
Wet your whistle.
Yes. Try and get it in the liquid.
No problem.
There we go. So we have
Okay.
lots of veggies, lots of cabbage. Now we're going to put it on high for 3 minutes. We're going to pressure cook it, okay?
On. Pressure.
3 minutes? That's it?
maybe minutes?
I'm gonna do 4 because we do have a lot. Okay? Actually, I'm gonna, 4. Okay.
See you in 4 minutes. Okay, so it rested for a little while. And while we're pressure cooking our other stuff, let's try and do a couple little slices here. See how tender it is. Yeah, I mean, it's just
Dude, this fell apart.
falling apart. You can see the grain is kind of running this way, so I'm cutting it against the grain. You can see it's super tender. Very hot.
Josh, I'll tell you what, you know,
It's really yummy.
I'm kind of
Okay, we'll get it all
blown.
plated up once the vegetables and stuff come out.
I told
I'll show
you,
guys the final
for
thumbnail
Lent,
picture.
so
You can kind of
for
see what we're
40
working with. It smells
days,
amazing, super tender, all in an hour and 15
the family
minutes. And then
is
oh, you got a little sample.
Oh my
doing.
goodness, I just want to eat this whole thing, but we have to wait for it.
Other people want to eat on that, man.
Regular yellow mustard or whatever kind of mustard you want.
Nope.
Smells good. Looks good. Time to plate
How's
up.
it taste?
Now you have an apron on.
Oh, because now I'm doing hair
And
and
cooking.
cooking. They go hand in hand.
Yes.
So I am, oh, this is so perfect. So it's 4 minutes. We got all of the carrots, the potatoes, the cabbage cooked. It smells phenomenal. And we are going to plate it and we're going to eat it. And we're going to serve it up to Ikea.
That's what's up.
I know, these things are the best.
Ninja Foodie. It does it all.
I'm digging the Irish music. You went all out, Josh, on this one.
Here we go.
Did you try your cabbage? Or you put mustard station on it?
Oh, so good. Tender. Look at these veggies.
Wow. I'm impressed. So usually I throw the meat.
Hello.
Hello.
Pre-St. Patrick's Day meal.
No, this is St. Patrick's Day.
Oh, it is? I'm gonna put a leprechaun right over your face right now. There it is. Okay. See you on the next one.
Who wore it better, the leprechaun or Babe? That was dope, man. Like, seriously. This should have more views. Why doesn't this have more views? Something's wrong, Josh. Maybe make sure that, let's do some investigation. Let's just see here. Videos. Nope, 2 days, 2 hours. Did you republish this? I thought I saw this earlier. Did you take it down and put it back up, Josh, or something? Night, Questa J. Thank you, sir. Oh, man, Josh, I appreciate that. Did you take it down and put it back up or something, Josh? Or maybe I saw someone else's video I thought was yours. But... oh, all right. Well, that explains. Well, thank you, babe. I appreciate that. I thought it was yours video that I saw something about it, like a corned beef hash or something in hash. Maybe it wasn't your video, but okay, that explains why there's 38 views. Yeah, I liked it. I liked it a lot. What's this? If only I wasn't eating pescatarian. I can't spell pescatarian to save my life. Crap. Next. It's been 2 weeks, so 14 minus 30 or minus 40 is what? 26 days. Wood. So, whenever I use, we have a pressure cooker, and I'm not sure if it's the Instapot. So whenever I use the Instapot, I, like, for the most part, we do oxtails in it, and I guess one day I'll just have to show you oxtails. But I'll do oxtails or, like, beef necks, and I throw all the vegetables and everything inside with that and cook it all at the same time. Never have I thought to actually take and put the vegetables separate. But that's a good one. All right. Well, thanks. Okay, Terry, for subbing to them. I'm sure they appreciate it. Okay. All right, I know I saw somebody with the corned beef hash. All right, that's what it was. All right. So, see, I'm not totally crazy. I wonder what cops here doing on the weekend. They cook, man. Cops eat too. Shit. Chef Johnny, how you doing this evening? I wonder what corned beef tuna will taste like for the pescatarian. It's a thick meat. Yeah, but it's not thick enough, and I know better. Like, I know better. Mm. Mm. Easy Bake, what's going on? So we're kind of wrapping things up, and all right, you know what? Hell, let's watch another video together. Let's watch another one of Josh and Babe's videos. All right, so it seems like CJ hooked them up with a Ninja Foodie, and they have cooked a few things with the Ninja Foodie. So here's a green bean casserole. Here's an omelet. Guys, what do you want? Actually, you know what? Never mind. I see oven tri-tip. Josh is actually cooking this time.
It's windy, it's cold, and not everybody has the opportunity to have a lever kettle.
Move that camera back, Josh, man, so you can stand up. Just being hunched all over, man, I know that's uncomfortable. Just move the camera back.
Super simple marinade.
Or just get like the upper third.
In the oven, in a cast iron skillet. Awesome little recipe that's not only going to be a great dinner tonight, that's super simple, but it's going to lead into meal prep for when I'm back on duty. I can pack some, heat it up in the microwave, and this marinade is going to keep the meat super juicy so that I can have it tomorrow or the next day. It's really fabulous. All right, let's get this open. I'm going to trim it up, and we'll be right back.
Golly, I wish I could get tri-tip for $3 a pound. Jeez.
Now I have 6 cloves.
And you know what's even worse? You had a fatty tri-tip, which means you trimmed it and cut probably a pound, not a pound, but you cut a good deal of it off. Yo, tri-tip cost me like $6 a pound.
And I can hand chop them, but I'm using my little Ninja food processor, and that's going to be the base of our marinade. All right, so we've got a plain little bowl here. Chop that garlic, fresh garlic in there. The next ingredient in our marinade will be 1/4
Yo, bowls with the rubber stopper on the bottom, the rubber base,
1/2 cup of soy sauce.
that don't move around on you. Dope.
Soy sauce with tri-tip. I promise you, it's going to give it the salt.
You say soy sauce. Did you?
The next ingredient we're going to be adding into the bowl is 1/2 cup of soy sauce.
You say soy. See, in Philly we say soy sauce.
I promise you,
It's soy sauce, man. Soy sauce.
that it needs. We're going to be using about a tablespoon of ground ginger. A little secret ingredient that we're going to be putting in, 1/4 cup of red
No
wine.
problem, man, dude.
Because when you get off duty, sometimes you want to relax and have a wine, a whiskey, a beer. And we're going to give this a good stir.
Or all of the above.
We mixed it up. It smells amazing. I told you it was super easy. I got our tri-tip that I trimmed up. We're going to get that marinade. Without spilling it all over the place. With all of the garlic, the soy sauce, the red wine, the olive oil, the ginger. We're going to get that in there. Get this sealed up. So you want this to live in the refrigerator for 3 to 4 to 5 hours. It's going to be incredible.
3 to 4 to 5 hours?
Cast iron fired up when it's dinner time. We'll show you how we can make this simple and easy.
Which one is it,
All right,
man?
so 6 o'clock.
Dude, you're hunched again. Pull the camera back, man. My back is hurting for you. Hell yeah, man. Drink a beer, chef.
You can throw some potatoes on the other side. You can throw some corn on the other side. You can throw whatever. Tonight, we're going to be throwing in some asparagus, a couple more garlic cloves, a little bit of salt, pepper, maybe a little bit of butter or olive oil on it. And I'm going to put it in the oven at 400 for 30 minutes. Not only is that going to...
Dude, I was going to say it was a pound.
So we're going to have a nice garlic butter asparagus grill. We're going to have that tri-tip and that marinade. And that's how simple this meal is going to be. All right, so let's preheat our oven. Bake.
Okay, Chef Johnny. I mean, hell, I'm up.
You guys, if you don't have a cast iron pan, I mean, they're like $20 or so. Very versatile. You do different things like that. So let's like this. Let's get this piping hot. We're gonna lay down a little bit of olive oil in this. We're gonna get this thing
A
stirring.
little bit. It covers the pot, the pan.
30 minutes. And you can see that our tri-tip is pulling out of the refrigerator, letting it come up in temperature a little bit. Still got that garlic, that ginger in there. It's going to be fantastic. A lot of this marinade is going to end up in that pan. That olive oil is starting to smoke. Let's make a lot of smoke right now. Here we go. You just want to get that perfect sear on each side before we put it in the oven.
Josh, pro tip. Put some aluminum foil down over top of the side of your range and on the other side, or everywhere where you don't want all of that spatter to go. The babe will thank you for it. If you've seen, I did a video frying fish maybe or something like that, and I covered, dude, that 10 or 15 cents in aluminum foil will save you so much time in cooking. So all that spatter and grease and all that stuff that's all over the stove. Do you get asparagus pea? I get asparagus pea. I love asparagus.
We're gonna set our garlic.
Hate asparagus pea, but love asparagus. Anybody else asparagus pea? Comment down below.
400 for 30 minutes. Oh, baby girl. Just pulled it out of the oven. Roasted garlic, that butter, salt,
dude,
garlic.
That looks dope. Tri-tip and asparagus.
The juices need to reincorporate back into it.
It does smell bad. Asparagus pea sucks.
Let it rest for 10 minutes, 15, 20, and let it rest.
Take it out of the pan though, so it doesn't overcook. See, so when you cut it, you can see which end was on the pan. It's darker, obviously because of the heat that came up from the pan.
There we go. I think I misjudged.
He's a penicillin pea.
Because this tri-tip was a little bit smaller than the normal ones I get. I would usually like it to be a little bit more pink than this. That's all right. The juices.
Dude, get a thermometer.
Yeah. Well, have a little taste test.
Oh yeah, that's good.
What are the flavors? Soda. What? All right,
Soda?
guys. There you go. Easy tri-tip. Asparagus.
Kids say the darndest things.
See you guys. Like and subscribe.
All right, Chef Johnny, you're up. Texas style. Actually, you know what, Chef Johnny? I know that I did not see your latest video because I saw you did a sausage. I saw it and didn't get to actually watch it yet because it was late. But let's go. Here we go.
Hello there, Chef Johnny here. Appreciate you stopping by today. We're gonna make
Chef Johnny always you always have guests on your show.
Smoked summer sausage. So hey, if you like smoked sausage,
Chef, that shirt looks too big, dog.
If you like jalapenos and cheese, you're in the right place.
All right, so hold on. Let me go back.
Hello there, Chef Johnny here. Appreciate you stopping by today. We're gonna make a
I appreciate your appreciation, Chef.
Jalapeno and cheese smoked summer sausage. So hey, if you like smoked sausage, if you like summer sausage, if you like jalapenos and cheese, you're in the right place. So stick around and see us make our jalapeno and cheese smoked summer sausage.
All right. Let's see. Since we have an audience here.
We're gonna get started up here. You see, we got our ingredients. Everything's ready to go. Recipe's done. I've got a bunch of sliced jalapenos to let y'all see. They're about that big. They were big ones. I've got one of these.
Hey, Chef, be easy, man. Chef Young, be easy. Have a good one. I watched your video earlier too. Your son in the duck, man, he did not look happy. Adam, what's going on, man? So Adam, if you don't know, Adam, look up a few people ahead of you. Oh no, you just got here, so you didn't see. Chef Johnny, comment real quick again. So Adam can get your channel. So what I'm doing right now is I'm looking at Chef Johnny's latest video, and it's just because I'm wide awake right now. Usually I'd be yawning and doing whatever, but it started with Josh and Babe. So I was watching Josh and Babe's video, and now we're watching Chef Johnny's latest video. It's the summer sausage and jalapeno. Wait, smoked summer sausage, jalapeno cheese, summer smoked sausage.
We set them up here. We found out the best way to go to feed these is with the stuff that we're doing ground meat is just to get a bunch of these logs made up, and we just take our hamburger meat, our coarse ground, and just do it like that, just a little bit smaller than the diameter of that hole for the grinder, and we drop them down in there. It works good on this number 12 Westie grinder.
So my wife bought a sausage attachment for the KitchenAid Chef Johnny, and I might have to pick your brain.
All ground up through the second time through the small plates. We went 3/8 and we went 1/8 plate, and they're ready to go. Got our jalapenos ground up, and I'm gonna let Sergio tell you the meats we're putting in here for our smoked sausage today.
So we got 2 pounds of fat, we got 10 pounds of deer, and we got 12 pounds of pork.
There you go. And some of our pork is already in with our fat, right? We kind of mixed some of that up already, and we ground in our jalapenos to go with it. So we're going to start getting these.
Chef Johnny, I'm looking at this, and it's a little dark. I would like to see a little bit more light. It would, or you can mess with the adjustments on your camera. I don't know if you're using a phone or if you're actually having a camera. You can turn that brightness up just a little bit, but it's a little dark, and that could just also be the lighting in the kitchen you're in.
Our pork and some of our fat first, and of course our jalapenos are in here. Now our venison's going to go in.
Chef, would it have been better to put like a handful of the beef and the pork in, and then a handful of the venison in, just to help, mix it up a little easier or a little better?
We got 24 pounds of meat, plus we got some.
Oh no, this thing is a mixer. Sorry, never mind.
And we got 2 pounds of cheese. So we're going to mix it up in batches. We're going to mix this together, and then we're going to mix the other together, get some seasoning in, then we'll mix them all kind of together again. But this is a 20-pound mixer, and we're going to get as much as we can at a time mixed in. So just start turning our mixer.
Sergio is very helpful. He put one hand on that mixer.
We're going to start getting in our other ingredients. Since this is going to be smoked, we're going to add some pink salt, and I have 1 ounce. That'll go for 25 pounds, so we'll just sprinkle it in.
Oh, that close-up on the sprinkle, Chef. Money.
Never used this before. It should give us the nice tang we like, and it's going to help us prevent that bacteria growth. Citric acid.
I
Never used this before. It should give us the nice tang
thought
we
you
like,
were saying
and it's gonna
citric
help us,
acid.
prevent that bacteria growth by making it more acidic. Sprinkle that in. Last ingredient going in is this is from Walton's. That's where I got the encapsulated citric acid. And I've been told that their summer sausage recipe was good. They say this is enough for 25 pounds. I know normally I give you homemade recipes, right? The ones that I come up with, but this is not. This isn't mine, but I heard it's very good. And so we got this over from Walton's, and we're going to put in enough for 25 pounds.
All right. Would it help to turn the mixer on? Oh, turn. You're turning it by hand, so no.
Water. So
Cold water.
Video, I'll put a link below for their summer sausage video. So anyways, we're going to put in 4 cups of water. This is cold ice water. You can probably tell there's still a little ice coming out of it, but that's it.
Water.
Mix this in real well.
It's water, Chef. So the water helps to make it more like a paste, and that'll make it go into the sausage a little better, I guess.
We're mixing in everything real good, and while Sergio's doing that,
Let's see. Is that to get some new shirts? No worries, Chef. Asparagus.
just gonna start putting in our high heat cheese.
Kind of. So, Adam, yes. Chef Johnny is his latest video is him making sausage.
So we get this all done. We got a little over a pound of jalapenos. We got 2.5 pounds of cheese. So
Sergio looked like he's struggling there.
Get a little harder once that cheese is in there.
Yeah, just a little bit.
We're gonna get back with you since we get this good. Now we've got the meat out of the.
Sergio was struggling there, Chef.
4 pounds of meat, 3 pounds or 3.5 pounds.
Oh,
of
here
butter.
comes the
And
sausage
so,
stuffer.
Really, it was overloading the meat mixer. So I want to mix it by hand just to make sure everything gets distributed well.
All right.
And it's not tough. If you've seen some of my old videos, you see me do it. Just kind of grab it and push it to the middle and spread it down
Looked like a pastry chef there.
until we get it mixed in real good. You can see right here where it wasn't mixed real good, so we're just going to keep taking it, pushing it in, work from the outside in.
Get it, Chef.
And bring it, and we're gonna get all this cheese and all this seasoning mixed in real well. Our venison, 10 pounds of venison, we're gonna mix with our 12 pounds of pork and our 2 pounds of fat. Yeah, that was pork fat. So we're gonna do that, and then we'll get these stuff and show you how to get them on the smoker. All right, we're ready to go. It's loaded up. We're gonna start filling up our mahogany casings. These are all right at a pound. Got 25 of them, so we may have to put the last ones in some natural casings or something like that. But we're gonna get these filled and show you how to turn out. It's easy to plunge. Take it and you just slide it up on here. And you just slide it on. Ready to go. You got a partner to help you. You can get them to crank while you're holding the casing. Fill it up tight.
All right,
Fill it all
Chef.
the way to there. A little bit too much meat in this one, so I'm gonna take it out. Because you have to have room left.
Chuck it back on the pat on the
So I've got my mahogany casing. Twist it good and tight.
hog tied. Hog
Once
ring.
you get that twist good on it,
Yep.
just take your hog ring. I already have it in my pliers. So slide it on right there. Pinch it. And there we go. A nice little 1 pound summer sausage.
And it's got a,
There you have it.
what's the name on this whole can hang? That's what's up.
We're gonna get these on the smoker. We'll take you outside and show you how that's done.
No problem, chef. I'm just, you know.
I'll give you a little picture of it, but if you saw my javelina sausage video, you see how I set that up. But I'm gonna sit all these in there, and then we're gonna take a rack and put the other ones on. We have a rack there, Isaiah.
Check you out with your ugly drum. Yeah, buddy.
I'll set it in between them, and they're just above the other one, so that allows smoke to get in between them, and we get these smoked up. We're gonna go probably about 2 hours. This pit usually set up like this to get up to about 120 degrees maybe, and then we're gonna take it and we're gonna bump it up to put a little live charcoal in it, bump that up to about 150, 140. Let it go for a couple hours. Then we'll bump it up to about 170. Let them go for a couple more hours, and bring that internal temperature up to 160 degrees.
All right, so you are actually gonna cook them.
We'll get back in a little while. Right,
cook them.
Most of these are off the pit. You can tell they're looking nice and pretty.
What's the ice bath for?
Got a nice smoke to them, and we're going to go into our ice bath. Don't leave them out a long time. What this ice bath can do is it's going to shock them, so keep people from shriveling up. Don't want them to shrivel up. Some of these already starting to do a little bit where they lost some of their fats. Don't want to shrivel in there. But we took about 4 hours. Got about a half dozen links still left out on the pit. See one of these out, see how it turns out. A little shriveling on it, not a lot. Try it off here.
Learn something new every day. Thank you, Chef Johnny.
That looks real pretty.
It does look pretty.
I like that. Cheese looks good. That looks like there's a nice texture to it. Let's nice little piece off of here.
Of course, you gotta taste it.
Cheese held together. It just looks real nice. I'll tell you what, it is looking pretty. I think it's going to be a great sausage. Y'all can see that, and it is really nice. All we got left to do now is taste it. And see how the casing pulls off.
So if you guys saw, Rob sent some sausage, some summer sausage to us, and my taste tester number 2, my middle son, did not know that the casing had to come off of it, and he's eating it, trying to eat it, and it was hilarious when it's like, dude, you got to take the casing off.
Our casing's got a nice finish here. Nice smoky smell to it. Yeah, don't forget, this is a full
everyone's loving it. Well, that's what's up, man.
Just slice them, put on a cracker with some cheese, put on a cracker with
That's exactly what they did with the sausage that Rob sent us. Put it on some crackers.
60 degrees, so it is it's not shelf stable, so it's not going to sit out. You've got to refrigerate it, put it in the freezer, whatever, take care of it. But
all right.
These are looking pretty. That's looking pretty. We're going to see you down the road on Texas South Barbecue.
Sure enough. That's what's up. I like that, Chef. All right, let's see. What else can we watch? So we watched that one. Oh, I'm sorry. So my, what's the name? The do not disturb timer is off. All right, guys. It's like lunch meat after you finish it. Shoot. Yeah, it looks like a salami or something. Everybody's making corned beef right now because it's that time of year. All right, guys, I am done. I don't know. It says 18 of you guys are still watching. Holy cow! Those of you guys who are still here, comment "still here" down below for me, please. Let's see. Anybody else on the chat that has a video they want me to watch? And as well, while I'm here and I'm still awake, I probably got another 10 or 15 minutes in me before I completely crash. Anybody else? All right, Rich says he's still here. You know what? Let's go out to Rich's channel. Easy Bake, I appreciate that. B from Texas, the Texas barbecue guy, says he's still here. Adam says he's still here. Hold on, Adam. Let's check out Adam's channel. Have you? No, I didn't see anything from Adam. Adam, if you do not know, is What's Up Welders, and he is making a Santa Maria grill currently. Where's Russell? Russell always gets on me for yawning. That is the first yawn I've done all night long, and it's been 2.5 hours. Yeah. Alberto, thank you for still being here. Appreciate it. Oh, goodness. Adam hasn't put up anything. Oh, I lied. Here's progress on the Santa Maria. Adam, I know I've told you about this Turn your phone the other way, man. Turn it sideways.
What's up, welders? This is Adam coming from you, excuse me, from my one day of freedom. And this is the Santa Maria that I haven't shown you guys in a while.
Yeah.
There was me and a young man who was just learning to weld, and so I let him kind of loose with the welder, and he's pretty good. He's got stuff to learn, but he did pretty all right for a student. 2 years in, so while he was doing all the welding, I turned this wheel and I put some rebar in there.
Okay.
But the funny thing was, when I first put it on, it was kind of cockeyed. So let me spin it for you to show you. I mean, it wiggles just a little bit.
Dude, don't worry about that. Because the whole thing is, whoever's going to be spinning it is not going to be spinning it fast enough to see
Not
that.
too bad. But while he was doing all that, I drilled holes in the bar right there and right there. How, you should ask? Well, I'll show you. There's a tool that, $70 tool that I got for free at work. I don't know if I made a video about it or not. Sorry, I'm trying to move stuff off my... When you got wife and kids, this is what happens. This is a... Yeah, I'm not a woodworker. My wife's going to have to clean that baby. And this, a city worker left in my yard, my neighbor's yard. Hey, it's aluminum too. So what I did was use the centering head, okay? It's a contour marker centering head. It's got this little sharp point right there. So what I did was I put it on the bar until I got level and hit that top on both sides where I wanted it. And I want to say thank you to Dash for the half and then half again, because that's exactly what I did. So then I stuffed the one through here and through here, and then I rolled it up. And it had a tendency to go this way with it and this way with it, and it spooled nicely. So it's 3/32 wire, and it did good. It did good. So the only thing I'm waiting on right now is expanded metal. So
all right,
the expanded metal is going to go down here.
Yep.
And it's going to cover this whole thing. And I'm going to triangulate still with, even though I shimmed it, I'm still going to triangulate everything so it pulls it up nice and even and winds up and winds down. I'm just hoping that it won't shutter on the way down. So I'm kind of nervous about all that. Sorry, I'm moving
all right.
over.
So you probably won't have to worry about it shuttering on the way down. If you cook enough food on the edge, the grease will take care of it, hopefully lubricating it for you.
My video skills are horrible. I am getting a little bit better, I think. I'm not sure.
You are getting better, dude.
That's basically where I got
Slow down your talking.
I want to say a special thank you to Jimmy down from FunFamMedia. I got this shirt in the mail today.
Nice.
I got a sticker that's going to go on the hood.
I didn't get a shirt, but I have a big old...
If you guys have not checked his channel out, if any of you have not checked out his channel, please go there and look him up. He's got everything from Weber kettle grills to air fryer stuff. He makes stews. He did a chicken video a while ago where when he bit... Yeah, I'm sorry, it's receding hairline. He did a chicken video one time. It was so crispy when he bit it, it crunched, and I was like, my stomach was like, okay, you're hungry. So the guy's an amazing cook. He found me through one of Dash's Wednesday nights one time I was homesick, and we swapped info. But he's a really good guy, and I just want to say thank you again for this shirt. Super cool. The guy's super awesome.
Turn your phone sideways, man.
That chats or has questions. So if you got questions, check out his channel. And I always plug in Dash because he's the man. What can I say?
Just a regular guy.
They're just really awesome guys, and the Texas barbecue guy, he's cool too. He always answers.
B.
So
I know B.
Check out Barbecue. I think he's one of South Carolina's finest, and I hope he's doing well.
He is.
You're staying safe. But back to the main deal.
Easy bake.
Back to the Santa Maria. If you guys have any comments or add-ons, please do so. This is the first one I've ever done. And a quick question for you guys. Okay, we got these pipes in work, and I'm gonna see if I can draw this out for you. So we got the pipes in, and they're long, and they're about 1/4 inch wall thickness, okay? But the inside diameter from here to here is 17.5 inches, okay? And I know 1/4 inch wall is kind of the golden rule when it comes to fireboxes and cooking chambers, because if the weather goes bad, you can it holds its temp. It's well and cooking.
Hold on.
So they're just really awesome.
I'm trying to listen to what you're saying here.
Carolina's finest, and I hope he's doing well, and I hope you're safe, sir. You're staying safe. But back to the main deal. Back to the Santa Maria. If you guys have any comments or add-ons, please do so. This is the first one I've ever done. And a quick question for you guys, okay?
Slow down. Take a breath. Think about what you need to say. There's no need to rush it. We're watching. Just take your time. Think about what you need to say. I know doing one-take videos is a little more difficult because you have to get it all out, but...
We got these pipes in.
Slow down.
I'm going to...
All right.
See if I can draw this out for you. So we got the pipes in, and they're long, and they're about 1/4 inch wall thickness, okay? But the inside diameter from here to here is 17.5 inches, okay? And I know 1/4 inch wall is kind of the golden rule when it comes to fireboxes and cooking chambers, because if the weather goes bad, you can it holds its temp. It's well insulated. 17.5 inches inside diameter. Now I'm used to making big barbecue or big smokers, and I want to make one that's smaller. And then one of my coworkers is going to go in on it with me, and we're going to try to make some that are smaller. If I can get these pipes, they're drop. I want to make it about 3 feet long, and I want to make the firebox with the drop of that. Oh, at least half, if not a little bit more, with the firebox, because you can make a firebox too small, but you can't make it too big. That's what a gentleman from Texas told me who bought one of my grills.
Correct.
Or smoker, sorry. And so, what do you got?
Before I hear you out, I'm gonna tell you what I think you should do. If you have a piece of that schedule, what, I don't know, 32. I'm not sure what that pipe schedule is. You need to insulate it with something to help your firebox. So if you have a piece of pipe, let's say it's 24 inches long, take another piece of pipe that's the same 24 inches long, and cut it in half, put some insulation in between, and take that cut piece of pipe and put it around that uncut piece of pipe. Or take that uncut piece of pipe and cut, let's say, 1 inch out of it, and then put some insulation inside of it so you can insulate that firebox, and you do what you need to do from there. But let me hear you out.
And what I'll do is I'll just cut the pipe, and then I'll drop that, whatever I cut off, down to a firebox, and it's going to be weird working with a round firebox, so I really haven't done that before. But what do you guys think about that? 17.5 inches wide, that's not a lot of room. That's like top and bottom. Is that enough to maybe stick a double rack, or maybe one you can pull the top rack out? How much distance between the 2 racks? Jimmy, if you wouldn't mind helping me out, Dash, and Texas Barbecue guy, you guys.
So I'd advise you to run to Lowe's or Home Depot and look at that, what's it called? The Oklahoma Joe, and or like that charbroil, and take a measuring tape and see what the diameter is. But I think those might be like a 24-inch diameter.
Really, you guys know your stuff. So, or if anybody, you guys don't have to be expert builders. Chime in. Let me know what you got, what you've used. Let me know what you.
Not an expert builder, by the way.
Love to read comments, and I love the constructive criticism. So, anyhow, I want to just say thanks again to Catonsville Barbecue. And again, if you haven't checked out the channel, check it out. All right. I hope you guys have a marvelous day, and take care. Good night now.
This is gonna come in beard net. So how many cooking shows he watches, and they're wearing beard nets. I know, man. You know, Chef Johnny. You know what's so funny? I had somebody comment on one of my videos about a beard net. I'm like, you realize I'm cooking for my family, right? And even when I'm not cooking for my family, I mean, it's not like I'm picking my beard actively while I am cooking. Like, come on, get out of here with all of that. I get it. Oh, Adam's video was done. All right, who's up next? Anybody else that's still in the chat that has a channel and I can watch one of their videos, since it seems like I'm reviewing videos right now? I have a lot of car videos right now that I need to catch up on. Oh, Texas Barbecue guy. You sure you ready for this? You ready for this? Texas Barbecue guy. No. There we go. A couple down. He needs some more subscribers. He only. Whoa. What did I do? No, this isn't. Sorry, I missed your video. I'm like, that's not your videos. All right, Texas Barbecue guy video. Latest video. Have I? No, I have not watched the London Broil. Let's watch the London Broil. Wait a minute. Barbecue bites. 1 minute and 45 seconds. What's this?
Hey guys, trying out something new. Doing my little barbecue bites. These are clips that are generally under 3 minutes. Let me know how you guys like them down in the comments.
Sure will.
Doing this beautiful Angus London broil. I use Cholula as the binder, salt, pepper, jalapeno powder, and
He loves his Chola.
applewood roe. I actually only took it to an internal of 155. It took about an hour and 20 minutes. 20 minutes in, looking good.
I probably wouldn't have taken it to 155.
An hour in, looking beautiful.
and I would have moved that probe closer to the middle because it's so wide at the top and it's so thin at the bottom. You really want to have your probe at a thinner part because the top part is going to be overdone compared to the lower part.
Oh yeah.
Looking good though.
Just like I like it. Brown on the outside and pink in the middle.
Perfect. It looks like a medium. All right, Easy Bake, you're up next. Money shot. That's a bag on shore. Not bad, man. Easy Bake. I'm wide awake. I don't know why I'm wide awake. Easy Bake Barbecue. Let's see. I can't find your channel. Filter. Channel. Easy Bake Barbecue. Videos. Oh yeah, I've seen your stuff before. Videos. Dude, you don't have anything new. Let's see here. Oh, it's incredible. Let's watch this loading up the master build.
Hello YouTube, this is Jason with Easy Bake Barbecue. First off, we do a couple quick shout outs. Thank you to General Diamond for the wonderful Easy Bake Barbecue logo that you saw at the beginning of this video. And another shout out thank you to Recycle Dude for the wonderful theme song. In today's episode, it's something I shot probably about a month ago and where I want to see.
So here's another thing, lighting. You gotta get the light behind the camera to look at you. Right now I see this is the Easy Bake Barbecue S1, so I guess season 1 episode 6, loading up the master build. Your light, or there is light down on your bottom left. Actually that was bottom right. And I don't know if it's a lamp or if it's sunlight. Sunlight you can't help. If it's a lamp, possibly. But more light. Like, see this light? I don't. There's no shadows or anything on my face. You want that.
I can fill up the master build smoker. So we're going to be doing 2 racks of St. Louis style ribs, chicken thighs, bratwurst, Italian sausage, smoked sausage, and hot dogs.
All right.
Basically, what I was able to shoot is you'll see everything laid out on my kitchen counter, and I talk about it. Then you'll see a quick shot of the smoker. Then you'll see a quick shot of, all of the.
So those pauses and interjections and the hiccups and the ums and the ahs, I'm a firm believer of editing those out. I had someone call me out on that, and ever since they called me out on it, I'm a big proponent of editing those out of the videos. So if you see a weird jump or weird, hiccup in the videos, that's why I am editing out and I have those moments every now and again where I'm like, what? So yeah.
Once I've taken everything off, showing you the finished product. So hope you enjoy. Please like and subscribe, and feel free to leave comments down below. So thanks and enjoy.
Dude, Chef Johnny, there were 2 NBA players that tested positive for coronavirus. I mean, yeah. How much cash is lost in that? Yes, indeed. And March Madness, yep. Well, Rich, we've talked before. This phone, okay.
Hey there, YouTube. This is Jason with Easy Bake BBQ.
Grumpus? No,
And
not
here's the
really.
plan
At
for
this
today.
point,
We've got 2 racks of St. Louis style ribs.
I am.
Some
Those of you guys who are
chicken,
brave
some
enough for
rubber,
telling me to
some
watch a
sausage,
video on their
hot dogs,
channel.
chicken thighs, bratwurst, and mild Italian sausage.
All right.
That's going to be the plan for today to load up my Masterbuilt smoker. So y'all stay tuned and we'll see how it goes. Y'all come back now, you hear?
All right, so I'm looking at this, and pardon me. Why'd you put the chicken thighs in a pan? Everything else is like sitting on the racks, and you put the thighs in a pan. I'm getting tired. I'm getting sleepy.
Hey YouTube, this is Jason with Easy Bake BBQ. Here's how the chicken came out. And just to let you know, I had to move them over to this pan because here's the pan they originally were in.
All the grease and stuff from over top of it drips down into it.
There's the chicken. I know, by the way, here's the summer sausage.
All right.
And like the Italian sausage. And the brats.
Brats, yeah.
And
Hot dogs.
hot dogs. Let's see.
Never
Hot dog,
smoked hot dogs before.
brat, Italian sausage. There you go. How's that? We still got the ribs going. It's approximately 7:22, so we're looking at 4 hours so far on the ribs.
Man, you gave an exact time. How you want to say approximately and give an exact time? Just pet peeve of mine. People do that all the time. They're like, it's about 7:37. No, it is 7:37. Come on. I stopped the video and now it's got a buffer. Oh, man. All right. It is going on midnight, and I knew I had 20 minutes left in me on my tank. Man, Jason, it's okay. I'm not laughing at you, man. I'm laughing with you. All right, I'm gonna kind of skip ahead or try to skip ahead in hopes that it'll jumpstart the video.
So we're looking at 4 hours so far on the ribs. I believe they're up to around 160, 170 internal temp right now. So once I get up a little bit more, I'm gonna put some of Cosmo's Cosmo Q. I've got 2 separate rib glazes. I'll put one on each rack.
All right.
And I will bring you back when I'm done with the ribs and ready to cut into them. So, okay, YouTube, this is Jason with Easy Bake BBQ.
Okay, Jason. We know what channel we're watching. You don't have to keep telling us who you are and what channel you're from every time. That's another one. I know why we do it, and we do it the way that we do it is because we see people on the news do that, and then people on the radio do that. And the reason they do it is because in every hour they have people who are joining, in 10 minutes in or 15 minutes in. So they do that station identification thing. When you're watching a 7-minute YouTube video, we do not forget what channel we're on. You don't have to introduce yourself more than one time. All right. I'm 4.5 minutes into your 7.5 minutes, or almost 5 minutes into your 7.5 minute video, and I think you've introduced yourself 3 times. You don't have to do that. Now, mind you, this video is also from October of 2018. So this is a 1.5-year old video. I haven't seen anything new from you. Jason, you got something from Ricer. Didn't you get a rub from Ricer? So I would love excuse me, I would love to see something from you,
Here's the first rack of ribs.
Yeah.
And there is the second rack of ribs.
Ooh, they look pretty.
So
Don't squeeze the meat. Oh,
there you go. They're still pretty moist. As you can see, I had a little trouble seeing where the bone was, but got them cut.
So a cheater method to cut on the bone is if you hit the bone and ride the bone. That's a cheater method. If you can't get in between the bones, so you kind of cut and ride the bone, and then you cut and ride the bone. So you have the bone and then the meaty part here, right?
I believe this one, the first one was the pineapple.
Man, taste it.
The pineapple heat, I believe.
Taste it. Stop saying
As you can see, I tried some of the. This end was the more charred, and actually, this might have been the jalapeno stuff.
All right.
Hang on 1 second, I'll be right back. I'm going to go check to see what the name of these rib glazes were, so I can pronounce them appropriately, and I'll be right back.
Perfect.
Okay.
Here's a tip. If you're going to be editing the video, no need to tell people you're going to go and do something. Just do it. Yeah.
I'm back. I believe this was the peach jalapeno, and then over here, that is the pineapple heat. So anyway, like I said, tried this one. Very good. I do get just the hint of the jalapeno, and but it's not overwhelming. It's not overpowering to me, at least.
All right.
So the Cosmo Q, dude, your stuff just works. So that's all I can say.
It just wins. That's what he says.
Anyway, I will be cutting those up in a little bit, and
You robbed us, man. Come on, tell us about the other ones
I
too.
just want to get this out there
While you have our attention.
soon. So you guys all take it easy, and we'll talk to you later. Everybody barbecue on.
Mm-hmm. Look. People commenting like, dude, where you been? Why haven't you put up any more videos? Yep. I agree. All right, Jason. Rich said RNEW barbecue. No, not what's new. All right. Gosh. My eyes are getting crossed. I'm tired. Grumpus, I didn't say hi formally. B, thank you, man. Yeah. Change your sale date. Wait. I missed something, Zach. Zach attacks. I guess he's going on a cruise. Wow. Hey, Adam, thank you very much. And turn the phone sideways. I know you're probably gone already. I'll watch later. Boot me from the chat. But I like on everything on my iPad. All right. So I have not. Actually, I have smoked bologna, but obviously not on video. And that's the thing. So thank you, Zach, for taking the words right out of my mouth. I didn't see any value add, and you guys know I'm behind in the comments right now. What channel? I was on Easy Bake Barbecue's channel. Yep, Zach says processed meat doesn't take smoke very well, doesn't penetrate much, and that's right. Underwater basket weaving channel, no. Ride the bone, yes. No problems. But processing for us, waste of time because of the taste. Yep. Grumpus. Hey, you know, don't worry, man. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. You know, catch the replay. Listen while you're, you know, working and have headphones on. That's cool. What do you pro should I do? Homemade smoked barbecue bologna roll. Pros. Who's a pro? Wow. Zach says, going to Aruba in April. Carnival gave us a $200 credit not to cancel because of the media. Just be safe, man. Take, you know, disinfectant and stuff like that with you. Yeah. Yeah, Chef Johnny made some bologna last week or so, maybe a week or two ago. But yeah. All right, guys, I am done. So it is after midnight, and I have been talking for almost over 3 hours. Because I started the live stream, and then my phone was making noise, and I had to stop it. And then when I stopped it, it killed the live stream. I'm so sorry about that. Thank you guys so very much for hanging out. If you are still here, look, this is what we're going to do. I'm going to send you guys, here is the link for the video that's going to go live tomorrow. A thank you for being here, hanging out with me. I'm going to give this guys to you. I'm not peanut buttered out, man. My day started this morning at 4:30. So I'm tired. And I got to get up tomorrow I get to sleep in tomorrow until 6. So I'm going to sleep in until 6. Hey, Easy Bake, I appreciate you still being here, man. 30 years. Shoot. I would love to go to Aruba. One of my friends, he loves Aruba. He's been to Aruba. He's taken his wife to Aruba twice, maybe even 3 times. So they love it. Anyway, really appreciate you guys being here. Really cannot say thank you guys enough. And, you know, maybe we'll do this again. This was pretty fun. Hey, Johnny, you be easy. This was pretty fun, and I can critique. And this is how I watch your videos. Like, when I'm watching your videos, these are my thoughts. So if you guys really want my feedback, and I try not to sugarcoat stuff. I want to tell you what I'm looking at, what I'm seeing. Yeah. Camwear request. You know what? I saw. We talked in the in Ricer's chat. I saw because you were asking about the grill grates. I haven't forgotten about you, Jason. Yeah. I want my feedback. Let's see. Hold on. Okay. Terry, have a good evening. Well, Adam, you're getting my feedback, man. I give you my feedback. Yep. Yes. Turn your phone sideways. That'll be like leveling up. Because the whole thing is, the only way that looks good is if you're on a mobile phone. And I'm sure you can probably look at the statistics and tell how many people are watching your videos on mobile phones. So let's just see. I'm going to go and I'm going to look at the analytics of my videos, and let's see if I can look at the overview. Where can I find the traffic sources? Advanced mode. And subscription device type. Mobile phone. Actually, check that out. Mobile phone equates to 48.5% of, now this is the last 28 days. So let's do the last 365 days. Mobile phone, 50%. Computer, 20%. TV, 18%. Tablet, 9%. And game console, 2.1%. But the phone, you can turn sideways, okay? And you can watch video sideways. If someone has a vertical video, obviously you can watch it vertically, but I think more people are watching the content with the phone sideways. But that is interesting. And you know what's funny? So, mobile phone, 50% of my, 60% of my views, okay? 50% of the watch time, the average video duration is 4 minutes, 45 seconds. TVs are 10% of my views, 18.5% of my watch time, and has an average duration of 10 minutes and 4 seconds. That is very interesting. Very, very interesting. I'm all about the metrics and the numbers. So that's pretty dope. All right, guys, I am tapped out. Let's just catch up on the comments. No problem. Look at getting that GoPro, and then I can do builds and double timers. All right. Adam, don't rush into it, man. If you're using your phone and your phone's okay, really use your phone. It's no, your videos are not bad at all, and I think just take your time. All right, baby steps. No need to jump into this whole thing. B says, I hope so much, as well as other guys here. I look forward to your live stream every week. So much information. Thank you, sir, man. It makes me feel really good about the sacrifice I have to make. You know, I'm not like right now, I should be in bed. I should be laying next to my wife in bed, but I'm here talking to you guys. But that's because seriously, I consider you guys my friends. We talk, we BS. You know, I miss you guys when you're not here, when you miss a live stream, and then when you're here. So real talk, I really do. I look forward to this as much as you guys look forward to this. I changed my mind. What I would like is just talk about your setup when you did the chicken breast. Then I card your videos and try to replicate the cook. Okay. All right. All right. I think I can do that. Meet great cooks, definitely. So many great channels. Now that I agree with. So many great channels. He had to say it twice. It was so nice he had to say it twice. Thanks for staying up late. I was able to catch the end. Well, Adam, it doesn't happen often, and I'm gonna pay for it tomorrow. I know, Chef Johnny. Shoot. All right, I think Chef Johnny just told me to go to bed in no uncertain terms. But you know what? Sometimes I feel good, and we just keep talking, and I'm talking, and I'm talking. So I'm gonna take the last little bit of this. I want to thank you guys again for hanging out with me. Now I remember why I don't really drink whiskey, because it's warm. I should fall asleep pretty quickly though. And I got one more shot left probably. Oh goodness. Whew. Goodness gracious. Zach says thanks. I'll be sure to call you out on replacing housing before you install the filter. Hey, good night, Jason. Thank you very much, man. B, you also have a great night. I'm gonna take this last shot in a second. I gotta like build up to it. Oh goodness, it's rough. I need some ice. Chef Johnny, I still never got my ice. I just kind of muzzled through, and you know, it is what it is. Let's see, anybody put up anything good about this time? Nope, not yet. Bill Blasio, coronavirus misinformation, basic medical fact that you have to explain to a patient. All right. What social norm will you never understand? All right. All right, guys. This is it. All right. Whew. Goodness gracious. All right. I know I've said it. All right, enough. I'm gone for real this time. Thank you guys again. I couldn't leave you guys with me still having some drink in my glass there. Thank you guys again so very much. I really do appreciate you hanging out. If you haven't already, please hit that thumbs up on the way out. I would greatly appreciate that. It really does make me feel better. And also, it helps in YouTube's eyes. It helps these videos. It helps my channel. And if you haven't already done so, please do. So thank you guys again. I'll see you in the comments on tomorrow's video.